Okay, there we go. We're good. Apparently, I was expecting John Miller, but nothing doing. So we're just gonna go. We're just gonna go to the TV broadcast. Sadly, as I will try to update you guys with any NFL stuff. But welcome to another edition of me calling random games. I am Dr. Delay. As today we got a good one. We have the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the San Francisco Giants. The Diamondbacks coming in today 22-21. They're trying to stay above 500 as Corbin Carroll's going to come to the plate here. 14 home runs already, batting .285, OPS of .977. So off to a fantastic start as there's the first pitch. That's going to be fouled back for strike one. San Francisco is the home team, Arizona the away team. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be in there, a called strike. Sorry, I'm still having technical issues, so I do apologize. A little distracted at the moment. 0-2 count here to Corbin Carroll. Hicks delivers, and this one is high to left. But that is going to be out number one for the Diamondbacks. And that, by the way, today's starters, Jordan Hicks, former Cardinal, off to a, you've seen better, 5.82 ERA on the year. So looking to try to limit these high-powered Diamondbacks. Marte batting .246 on the year, as this one is inside ball one. Almost hit him. He has 3 home runs on the year. Again, he's just now really getting back into the thing, so has been playing the whole year. 1-0 count to Marte. Hicks, he can throw fast. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be in there, a called strike. A 1-1 count here to Ketel Marte. Hicks from the stretch and delivers. Swing and a miss, strike two. Giants enter today with a 25-18 record as they are 2.5 back from the Dodgers. So looking to keep pace with their rival. Here's the 1-2, and this one's hit a ton. And that one is gone. Oh my goodness, that one was crushed. Didn't quite go into the bay, but it was high and it landed right there on the little porch there. So just like that, it's a 1-0 game. Diamondbacks leading. Ketel Marte with his 4th home run of the year. Again, the reason it took forever is because it was just high and out of here. Marte just giving the Diamondbacks a 1-0 lead as you see all the Giants fans scrambling for the ball. That's going to bring up Gurriel here. He's batting .224, OPS of .680 on the year. Here's the first pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike one. Again, Gurriel batting .224, on base of .252, slugging .428. 7 home runs, 25 RBIs. And I am a Pirates fan, but that doesn't mean I won't hesitate to call the game. So if you're just a baseball fan, this is definitely the channel for you. Here is the 0-1. That's going to be outside. I said, I don't know why. But this is the channel for you. Definitely hit that subscribe button. Definitely helps me out as I figure out this YouTube stuff. 1-1 is hit to third. Throws to first for out number 2. So 2 away here for the Diamondbacks, and that's going to bring up Josh Naylor, batting .296 on the year, OPS of .826. Naylor with 5 home runs as well, 27 RBIs on the year. Pretty good offense for the Diamondbacks. That's not really the problem with them, though, is this one sent to left, but it looks like he's right there for out number 3. So the D-backs get 1 run on a solo shot from Ketel Marte. It is now 1-0 D-backs over the Giants. And I don't really think there's many games. I think the games earlier ended, but I can go ahead and give you guys those scores. Let's see here. So the Phillies won game 1 today, 2-1 over the Cardinals. Brewers up 7-5 over the Guardians in the top of the 9th. The Twins, they are tied 0-0 in the top of the first with the Orioles. But again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. This is what I do. Again, I call random games. For the Diamondbacks, I believe this is their 4th game that I've done. So again, I understand you see the P, you see the Pirates, Steelers, whatever. But I do other games as well. It's not just Pittsburgh games. I'm in Pittsburgh place tonight, but here I am playing, doing this game. I wasn't able to do a game last night, unfortunately, because I was working. This day I only had a half day, so here I am. I'd like to try to do the NFL schedule release. I don't know if that'll really generate many views, but if you're an NFL fan, definitely check me out later tonight. But again, if you're a baseball fan, definitely consider your subscription. Also, again, if you're a football fan, later in October or September, October, I'll be doing football games. So if you're a football fan, definitely consider that as well. If you're like Niners or Cardinals, hey, I'll be doing plenty of those 3 o'clock games, I can tell you that. All right, so the Giants are back up, or not back up, but they're up for the first time here. It's Ramos here batting .283, OPS of .830. So he will be leading off here for the Giants. Starting pitcher here is Eduardo Rodriguez for the Diamondbacks, 6.86 ERA, not exactly off to, again, a great start. That's really the issue for the Diamondbacks is their pitching. And also, don't be a stranger. Feel free to chat if you want to chat about whatever you want. Talk about the teams. You want to talk about just what's going on in the MLB, NFL. I'm more of an NFL guy, but, I mean, I'll still hear you out. Here's the first pitch to Ramos, and that's going to be high and in for ball 1. 1-0 count. Ramos can add on to those stats. 7 home runs, 19 RBIs. That's going to be taken for a called strike. 1-1 count to Ramos. Rodriguez delivers, and this one is going to be fouled back 1-2. If there are any Giants fans here, I've asked this, I believe, in the other Giants game I did. If anyone can tell me what frequency John Miller is on, here's the 1-2. That's going to be high ball 2. John Miller is my favorite baseball broadcaster, and I don't know if he retired or not. I don't know. I looked it up. It said he was still on KNRB or KNBR. I didn't hear his voice, so if anyone can let me know, that'd be great. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed, but his bat flies away. So his bat went farther than the ball because the ball obviously went to the glove for out number 1. That's going to bring up Flores. I believe this is Wilmer Flores. He's batting .250, OPS of .711. Rodriguez delivers, and that's going to be outside for strike 1. Flores just staring at the location of that pitch. Didn't seem to agree. Here's the 0-1, and this one is sent foul. So very quickly, it's 0-2. Again, Flores batting .250 on base, .306, slugging, .405, 7 home runs, 33 RBIs. Here's the 0-2, and this one's going to be hit to right, and Carroll's not able to get to it in time as this lands right in front of him. So Flores here with a 1-out single in the bottom of the first. Flores had 33 RBIs. Again, I'm a Pirates fan. I'm not used to those numbers. I don't know if we have a guy over 20. So here comes Jung-Hoo Lee, kind of the it's had a really good start to the year. Really good start. Rodriguez looks at first and delivers. Lee pops it up, and it's going to stay in fair territory as Suarez makes the catch for out number 2. So look at me just telling you guys how great Lee's been, which you guys probably know that. And then he pops up. One pitch. That's going to be up Matt Chapman batting .213, OPS of 761. 8 home runs, 24 RBIs to go along with those numbers. Rodriguez sets, looks on at first. Of course, he's a lefty, so it's going to happen. Here's the first pitch. That's going to be low, ball 1. 1-0 count here to Chapman. Rodriguez sets and delivers. That's going to be just high and outside for ball 2. So they show Jordan Hicks in the dugout. Again, Marte with the solo shot to in the first to get the scoring started. Here's the 2-0. That's going to be taken for a called strike. 2-1 count here. Rodriguez sets and delivers. This one's going to be fouled off the catcher for strike 2, as the umpire will do this walk. I've noticed that a lot this year. I don't know if that's new or they've always done it, but I guess I've really just taken notice to where, when it's fouled off the catcher, the umpire will walk out about halfway and then toss the ball. It's really neat. Really neat, just letting the guy recover. So anyway, 2-2 here to Chapman. Rodriguez sets and delivers. That's going to be down and away for ball 3. Adames is on deck. 3-2 count. Rodriguez sets and delivers. This one is popped up to right field, and Corbin makes the catch for out number 3. So one hit there for the Giants, but nothing doing as we head to the top of the second. Your score is still 1-0. All right, again, just wrap-up's pretty much what I do. Got to kill time. But again, the Phillies winning 2-1 over the Cardinals. Earlier, that's game 1. They play again in about 3 hours. 2 hours. 2 hours. Brewers up over the Guardians 9-5 in the top of the 9th. Let's see. Twins up over the Orioles 1-0 as they head to the bottom of the 1st. Again, the scoring in this one, Ketel Marte with a solo shot in the 1st inning. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't done a good deed today, also hit that subscribe button. Support the small little channel I am. I do these random games. I try to do as many as possible. It's just sometimes it's not doable, with the work and everything like that. Also, again, if you like football, I'll be doing like a little thing for the schedule release. I don't really think it'll get many views at all, but we'll see how that goes tonight. And then 2, if you like football, again, I'll be doing this exact thing in the fall for football season. Again, you can recommend games too. I'm not going to be doing the national televised games, because obviously the big creators are going to do that. So I'll do like the smaller ones. Again, no offense to the Cardinals, but I don't think they're exactly going to be on at 3:25 all the time. So I got you covered. You just got to let me know. Niners, they'll probably be in prime time, stuff like that. But I'll still do them. I mean, I'll do what I can. But yeah, I'll be doing this for football season. I'll also be here for college. So if you like football in general, hit that subscribe button. I got you covered. I'm sure we can talk in the chat about football. Again, don't hesitate. Don't be a stranger. If you want to just chat about whatever, you guys serve as my color commentators. So I really do appreciate you guys if you do. If you don't, it's fine too. I mean, I'm a big boy. As Hicks delivers the first pitch to Suarez, that's going to be a called strike. 0-1 count here to Suarez. It's batting .203. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. Strike 2. Suarez batting .203, OPS of 791. 12 home runs and 28 RBIs for him so far this year. 42 games played. Hicks sets and delivers. This one's hit hard, but also foul. 0-2 count to Suarez. A lot of runs scored in yesterday's ball game. Giants winning 10-6. 0-2 count here. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in the dirt for ball one. Hicks sets and delivers. And this one is going to be popped up, but that's going to be foul. Looks like no one caught it, as I heard the groans. 1-2 count. Hicks sets and delivers. This one is going to be chopped foul, so we'll do this again. 3 fouls here. 1-2 count. San Francisco is definitely my second favorite ballpark, not the first. Probably biased when I say Pittsburgh. Here's the 1-2, and that one is once again fouled. So, little battle here. As we'll do this yet again. 1-2. Umpire getting new baseball, so it's going to be a little brief stoppage here. All right, we're back. Hicks sets and delivers. That's going to be high for ball two. 2-2 count. Jordan Hicks has always had the velocity. That's never really been the question. 2-2. Here's the 2-2. This one's hit to third. Chapman with a nice play. Throws to first. Oh, it's over the first baseman's head. But great play, though, by the second baseman to run back and kind of keep Suarez at first. It's not going to be charged an error. It's going to be a hit. Again, really great play by Chapman to get there in time. Just high, pretty much. Just a few, probably about a foot. First baseman had it jump for it pretty high up there. All right, that's going to bring up Smith here. I believe is it Pavin Smith or Pavin Smith? I don't recall. That's a swing and a miss. Strike one. Commentator said Smith, so he's probably also confused watching the Giants broadcast. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. This one's hit down the third base line. That's going to be fair. So I imagine he's going to, and Suarez will jog into third. So the D-backs here with 2 runners on in scoring position with nobody out here in the top of the second. Yeah, Chapman was not there. Chapman was playing a little bit off, which, I mean, a lefty. All right, that's going to bring up Perdomo here. He's batting .293, OPS of .850. I didn't even get to say Smith's batting stats last time. Here's the first pitch. That's in the dirt, but handled well by the catcher to keep it in front. Ball one. 1-0 count here to Perdomo. Suarez at third, Smith at second. Nobody out here in the top of the second. Here's the 1-0, and that's going to be a called strike on the outer part of the plate. 1-1 count. Hicks sets and delivers, and this one's hit past the second baseman, so Suarez will score as he throws in there real quickly, so that's going to leave Smith at third. So runners on the corners here in the top of the second with still nobody out. And that will bring up Alek Thomas. Batting .286, OPS of .709. And runners on the corners here, nobody out. Thomas, .286, no homers, and 13 RBIs. Here's the first pitch. Big swing and a miss, strike one. 0-1 count. I do apologize if you hear background noise. I believe my neighbor is mowing. I beat him to it a few days ago, so get wrecked. 0-1 count, runners on the corners. Here's the pitch. This one's hit past the shortstop. So the D-backs will knock in another run, as that'll be runners on first and second. And just like that, it's 3-0. As one of the Giants coaches holds up 3. I don't know what yeah, 3 runs, I guess. Ground ball, but the shortstop isn't in a position. Again, I guess they were going for the double play, as that's going to bring up Herrera here. He's the catcher today, batting .205. 1 home run, 5 RBIs, OPS of 627. Jose Herrera. Hicks sets, looks on at second, and delivers. Shows bunt, but pulls back for ball 1. Hicks is definitely getting hit on right now. Only 44 at-bats, apparently. 9 for 44. Herrera. 1-0 count. Showing bunt. Bunts it off the catcher, I believe, or the umpire. That's going to be a foul ball, 1-1. Runners on first and second. Brief stoppage again. It did go off somebody. Usually they kind of give some time here, so just letting you know. Apologize for the silence. 1-1 count. Hicks looks at Perdomo at second. Perdomo with the big lead, and Hicks is actually going to walk him back to the bag. Yeah. All right, 1-1 count. Hicks sets and delivers. Bunt almost hit him. That would have hit him if he didn't jump out of the way. Landed on his butt as he was still sitting there. 2-1 count. Rear end, sorry. Yeah, that was aimed right at his chest whenever he squared up to bunt. 2-1 count. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for ball 3. Showing bunt yet again, and of course pulling back in time. 3-1 count. Hicks not off to a great start. Here's the 3-1. Almost hit him again. Ball 4. He walked him. So Carroll is going to come up to the plate here. Again, he's 0 for 1 on the day, but you got to like your odds here, as there's going to be bases loaded with nobody out, as we have a mound visit. So bear with me again. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. This Hicks has got to go. His stuff isn't good. Makes too many mistakes. Yeah, man. I mean, he has no control. I can definitely see that. It's kind of like that in St. Louis. He has the velocity, but just he gets hit on. I mean, I guess it's all about the RPMs, not necessarily about the velo in today's game. As you look here again, just kind of inconsistent. Started off decent. Of course, he was coming out of the bullpen, but last year's starter, not too bad, honestly. 4.10 ERA, but this year it's just not working out, as his ERA is in the 6s. All right, so we're back here after the chat. Bases loaded. Nobody out here in the top of the second. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside, ball 1. Almost hit Carroll. Sorry, I forgot to switch this back. Again, he's 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside, ball 2. 2-0 count. Hicks can't seem to find the strike zone, and when he does, it's hit where there's not a infielder. This one is, line drive to first. Oh, what a diving catch, and he tags the bag. So just like that, it's a double play. What a play by Villar there. Villar with a great play at first to save multiple, probably 2 runs would have scored easily there. That one was going to go down the right field line. Carroll just smokes it. Villar's there to diving catch, and he just what a play. And that's going to bring up the home run guy, Ketel Marte. Again, he solo shotted in the first as that one almost hits him. Ball 1. Leaves too many pitches over the middle of the plate. Give Birdsong his spot and send him back to the bullpen. Well, based on what I've seen, you are correct, KP. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be outside, ball 2. But maybe he can settle down. Maybe that play there, again, great play by Villar. That saved him. That can give him some juice here. That 2-0 is going to be outside, ball 3. 3-0 count here. 3-0 ball game. Arizona leading. Top of the second. Was just bases loaded, nobody out, but now that one's going to be a called strike. Again, runners in scoring position with 2 outs. 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. This one's going to be chopped foul. In fact, the commentator just brought up Birdsong. Said if Hicks can't get this guy out, you might see Birdsong in inning number 3. I like Villar at first over Wade. Villar is better defensively, in my opinion. Wade just doesn't look the same at the plate. Well, I know Wade he packs a punch. But no, I haven't really seen much Giants this year, so I don't know. I'd have to look at his stats. Here's the 3-2, and this one is cut on and fouled back. I don't think he's starting today now. Oh, yeah, only batting 157. Oh, man. 1 home run. Yep, not off to a great start this year. 3-2 count here. Again, first base is open. Here's the pitch. This one is going to be sliced foul. Chased it, but had to protect and stay alive. That was a great play, though, by Villar. I can tell you that right now. Villar with the... I'm not going to say game-saving. It's only in the second inning, but that would have knocked in 2 more runs. And, again, there would have been nobody out. So it could be 5-0 with nobody out here, but it's 3-0. 2 out. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out as Marte is really upset with himself. So the D-backs leave 2 on there, 2 left stranded, but they do put up 2 in the top of the second. So your score is Diamondbacks 3, Giants 0 as we head to the bottom of the second. All right, Phillies, again, they won game 1, 2-1 over the Cardinals. Let's see here. The Twins, they are up 3-0 over the Orioles. The Yankees, Mariners, they're now getting underway at 0-0 in the top of the first. The Brewers did beat the Guardians 9-5. Oh, and the Twins beat the Orioles. I guess there was another doubleheader here. So that was game 1. Twins winning 6-3. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do a bunch of random baseball games. Yes, I know I'm a Pirates fan. I've done a lot of Pirates games, but I've also done, I believe this is my 3rd or 4th D-back game. I think it's my 4th. Giants is only my 2nd, but, again, you guys got to recommend it. That's kind of how it works. I just pick a random game, but if someone wants to recommend a game, I'll do it if I can. But, yeah, if you're a baseball fan, this is definitely the channel for you. So hit that subscribe button. Bonus points if you're a football fan, as I'll be doing the same thing in the fall when football season's here, both college and the NFL. So if, again, you're a football fan, definitely hit that subscribe button. Definitely helps me out, and I do appreciate it. And, again, don't be a stranger. You can be like KP here and chat it up. I really enjoy talking with you guys. I've had some pretty great interactions with people both subbed and not subbed, of course, so... you guys serve as my color commentator, and it just keeps the conversation flowing, especially sometimes baseball can be, slow-working pitchers. It's 1-1 in the 8th. I'm half falling asleep here, and sometimes you guys save me, so I do appreciate it. But, again, no pressure. You don't have to, but you can talk about whatever you like. You don't have to just talk about this game. You can talk about the NFL schedule release. That's a big thing happening tonight. Talk about whatever you like. I will do my best to respond, and hopefully I'm knowledgeable in that subject. Here's the first pitch to Adames, as that's going to be taken for a called strike. 0-1 count to Adames, 225 batting average, 5 home runs, 21 RBIs. And that's going to be high and inside ball 1. OPS of 671. Rodriguez delivers, and that's going to be high ball 2. Rodriguez works fast. I do appreciate that. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a ball out of the zone. Strike 2. As Adames is going to call for time. Two and 2 count here in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. That's going to be just low for ball 3 as Rodriguez was about to walk off the mound. But no, nothing doing there. 3-2 count. That's going to be inside ball 4 on the full count. He walks him. So the Giants get a base runner with nobody out here in the bottom of the second. That's going to bring up Matos. That 175, OPS of 585. Rodriguez sets here to Matos. Again, runner on first. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside ball 1. Again, batting 175, 585 OPS, 3 home runs, 4 RBIs. So whenever he knocks in a run, it's probably going to be a home run. Here's the 1-0. And this one is sent to center. On the run is Thomas, and he makes the catch for out number 1. That's going to bring up Huff, batting 189, OPS of 541. Runner on first. Rodriguez sets and delivers. And this one's going to be hit into the gap here. Adames is going to head to third, and Huff is going to chill at first. So you got runners on the corners here with just 1 out here in the bottom of the second. So the Giants looking to cut into this early deficit as Rodriguez was really upset where he left that pitch right down the middle. All right, that's going to bring up Villar. Again, he saved 2 runs, and possibly more would have came across there had it not been for the double play. So Villar batting 214, OPS of 639. Runners on first and third. Rodriguez sets and delivers. And this one is going to be fouled back. 0-1 count to Villar. David Villar. Rodriguez sets and delivers. That's going to be high for ball 1. As Herrera tries to calm down Rodriguez. Like, you're good, you're good. Again, runners on the corners here with 1 out in the bottom of the second. D-backs leading 3-0. If you didn't know that, well, right there, look right there, look right down there. I got you covered. Here's the 1-1, and that's going to be low for ball 2. And again, if you want to know what's going on elsewhere, I got you covered as well right here. Look at that. MLS. If you like MLS, there you go. I think NBA. I think I have random Real Madrid. I think that's it. And Barcelona for that one. But anyway, 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for ball 3. Three-one count to Villar. It's only played in 6 games this year. 1 RBI. Let's go with it. Again, really great play at first just a moment ago. Here's the 3-1. That's going to be inside ball 4. So he's walked. The bases loaded here as the Giants look to do some damage here in the bottom of the second as Herrera is going to go talk with Rodriguez. And that's going to bring up Koss, batting 241, OPS of 589. And the Giants only 2.5 back from the Dodgers. So Koss, I guess he hit a home run last night. Okay. So again, still in a mound visit here. I do apologize. That's just how it works. Nothing doing during this time. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do appreciate it. If you like baseball, this is a channel for you. But again, if you like football, I would say this is even more of a channel for you, since we're going to do a lot of that later down the road. I can talk football with the best of them. In fact, the other day, 2 days ago, Pirates Mets, we were just talking about old quarterbacks, comparing old quarterbacks. That was always fun. It's always fun. Again, don't be a stranger. Chat about whatever you like. All right, we're back here. Bases loaded, bottom of the second, 1 out. Rodriguez faces Koss here, and that one is in the dirt. Ball 1. 1-0 count. Rodriguez sets, delivers, and Koss flares one to right. It's going to land right in front of Carroll. So only one run will score because, again, it looked like Carroll could have made a play, or it appeared he was going to get there in time, but that drops for a single, an RBI single. So it's now 3-1, Diamondbacks over the Giants. Giants knocking on the door for some more runs, though, here in the bottom of the second. All right, we turn it over. That's going to be up Ramos. So Ramos fouls this one back. He's 0 for 1, batting .281, OPS of .825. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the bottom of the second. D-backs up 3-1. Here's the 0-1. That's high for ball 1. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be out of play. So the count moves to 1-2. Bases loaded again. Ramos looking to possibly tie this game with a ball in the gap. It definitely will do it. Here's the 1-2. That's high. My voice went a little wild there. High for ball 2, as the catcher was threatening to throw it whenever he caught it. I'm like, okay, what's going to happen? Nothing happened. So I just look like a fool in front of you all. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Ramos sends this to right. That might be deep enough to score, as that one is caught. So the sacrifice fly. Villar moves to third. So it's now 3-2. So the Giants pretty much match the Diamondbacks of what they did in the top of the second. That's going to bring up Wilmer Flores, 1 for 1 so far today, batting .255, OPS of .720. Yeah, and yesterday they had a high-scoring game, I'd say, 10-6. Giants, or the 49ers, winning 10-6 over the Cardinals. Right now it's a field goal and a safety. Here's the pitch. That's going to be high for ball 1, as Rodriguez is kind of looking like Jordan Hicks was earlier, with just kind of struggling to find the zone. Then when he does find the zone, it's hit. It's hit well. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's high for ball 2. 2-0 count. Oh, the Warriors play, okay. They play the Timberwolves today, Game 5. Look at that. I believe it's 3-1. Timberwolves' favor. So good luck to you Golden State fans. Here is the 2-0. And that one's going to be popped up in foul territory. Pavin Smith looking for it. Oh, and he makes the catch. Tripping and falling as he made the catch. So the Giants strand 2, but they do get across 2 as we head to the top of the third. Your score, Diamondbacks 3, Giants 2. Again, the Twins won earlier 6-3 over the Orioles, game 1. Brewers over the Guardians 9-5. Phillies winning game 1 today over the Cardinals 2-1. Let's see, Twins over the Orioles right now in game 2 of today's doubleheader, 3-0. Yankees Mariners 0-0 as well. And we might see Red Sox Tigers. I don't know. That'll be 2 hours from now. But again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do random games, and today's random game is Diamondbacks Giants. Again, you can recommend a game for me to do. Just let me know underneath like one of my videos, like, hey, can you cover this game? I'll be like, yes, I can, or no, I can't. Sorry, I'm working or busy. And again, if you are an NFL fan, definitely hit that subscribe button, or college football as well, because again, I do plan on doing those games Saturday and Sunday, and then of course possibly during the week once baseball's over. I won't abandon you baseball fans. I'll keep doing them for as long as I can during the week, so pretty much till October. Might do a few playoff games as well, but definitely through the regular season, can tell you that. And also, again, don't be a stranger. Feel free to chat about whatever you'd like. Talk about the game. Talk about other MLB teams. Talk about the NFL. You can talk about the weather. It's not really going to bother me what you want to talk about. You guys are my color commentator, and I do appreciate you guys so much, whether you've been here or not. I do thank you for letting me be your entertainment for the next however long you stay. All right, we're back here. Gurriel is due up 0-for-1 so far today, batting .222, OPS of .675 on the year. Hicks is out there for the third inning, and he did struggle. Here's the first pitch. That's going to be just low, ball 1. 1-0 count, and that is going to be taken for a called strike. 1-1 count. Hicks sets and delivers. That's going to be high for ball 2. I hate this angle that they're showing. Can you show me the regular TV angle, please? They're showing behind the catcher like it's MLB The Show. Not really the best thing for the broadcast. 2-1 count. Hicks sets and delivers. Gurriel hits this one to right, and that's going to get down. And he's going to cruise into second with the leadoff double here in the top of the third. So the D-backs showing that they're still hungry for some more runs. And these guys, high-scoring game yesterday, 10-6. And looking like they're trying to match that one right here. All right, that's going to bring up Josh Naylor, batting .294, OPS of .821. As we have a stoppage here of play. I'm not too sure. Everyone's taking their time. They're looking around. All right, now Naylor's ready. Hicks delivers. Swing and a miss, strike one. Big swing, by the way, by Naylor. And Hayden Birdsong is warming up in the bullpen as we speak. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be down and low for ball 1. 1-1 count here is, I don't know, a lot of just walking around Naylor. I don't know. He doesn't care about the pitch clock or whatnot, but definitely taking his time. 0-for-1 again. 5 home runs, 27 RBIs on the year, .294 batting average. And this one is going to be fouled back. 1-2 count as we have a flashback here. Naylor hitting a home run to right. One and two count here to Naylor as he's going to ask for time. So after all that, you show him walking around. Then they show a replay. Then he gets in the box, and then he calls for time. So, again, I do apologize. I know it's somewhat boring. 1-2 count here. It's a nailer. Here's the pitch. And this one is going to be sent to shallow left. And it gets in between the shortstop and the left fielder. So Gurriel having to slide into third because the throw went immediately there. So runners on the corners with still nobody out here in the top of the third. Shallow left fielder Ramos. Man, that was that was tough. That was unfortunate. So we got a mound visit here, and they're saying that Birdsong's coming in. So Hicks allows 3 through 2, and he's responsible for the runners on. So pitching change here already in the third inning. Your score, Diamondbacks 3, Giants 2. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button. If you're a baseball fan, hit that subscribe button because that's what are you doing? You're watching me call a baseball game. Come on, it's baseball. If you're a football fan, definitely hit that subscribe button as I'm much more of a football fan, and I'll be doing a lot of that, obviously, when football season's here. I try to do some of the UFL. It's just I work a lot of weekends, but I will be changing that, of course, once football season starts. Yeah, I'm going to manipulate that. Don't worry. I have the power to do that. Also, if you haven't done a good deed yet today for I don't really want to subscribe. Well, you can help out little old me. I will not be upset. That's your good deed, helping out the small, less fortunate creator that I am right there. Not really a creator. I'm just a streamer, actually. I don't really do much. Don't hesitate to chat. Talk about whatever you'd like. Talk about the game. We can talk about the NFL. Talk about the rest of Major League Baseball. You can talk about whatever you want. I will read it all, as that chat isn't exactly the fastest moving chat in the world, so I definitely will be reading it. That's, I guess, one of the advantages of being a guy with not many subscribers. Again, pitching change here, so just to hold on here is Birdsong is replacing Hicks, who allowed 3 runs in 2 innings, and he's responsible for the 2 men on in the third inning. And another reason why I think you should subscribe today is, if normally people charge, I know, but I'm nice, and I won't charge you for that subscription. I'm a very nice guy. You hit subscribe, there will be no bill sent to you. So if you're just trying to save money through these really tough times, I got you covered. Don't worry. YouTube was like, no, you got to do it. And I'm like, nah, man, you can't. We're all suffering. We all got to help each other out. This is my gift to you guys. Free. You don't have to pay if you hit subscribe. Look at you. All right, Birdsong here. In here, he's 1.33 ERA, really solid. Here's the first pitch to Suarez, and that's going to be high for ball 1. 1-0 count here to Suarez. 12 home runs, 28 RBIs on the year, batting .208, 799 OPS. He's 1 for 1 so far. This one that's a swing and a miss, strike 1. Again, runners on the corners, first and third, with nobody out in the top of the third. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be taken for a called strike. 1-2 count. Birdsong looks over at first, sets, and delivers. And Suarez hits this a ton, and that one's going to get out of here. Suarez with a 3-run shot in the top of the third. So, the color guy here is confused. Like, well, for sure Birdsong's going to get him out. But Suarez just sends this one out of here. So it's now 6-2. Diamondbacks already matching last night's total for him. So Hicks is officially charged with those 5 runs through 2. Birdsong already charged a run as well. Here's Smith. And this one is going to be a breaking ball in there for a called strike. Batting .305, OPS of .958. Already 8 runs here. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 2. Suarez moving into sole place, 4th place all time for Venezuelan-born home run hitters. Look at that behind Miguel Cabrera. I can get to see the freaking list. 0-2. Here's the pitch. Oh, that's wild in the dirt for ball 1. Landed in the grass before he even hit the dirt. So he just flat out didn't have grip there. 1-2 count here to Smith. Again, he's 1 for 1 so far. Birdsong sets and delivers. And Smith sends this to center. Hit well, but Lee makes the catch for out number 1. That's going to bring up Perdomo here. He's also 1 for 1. A lot of hits already in this one for the Diamondbacks. 1 for 1, batting .297, OPS of .857. Birdsong sets and delivers. And Perdomo hits this to right, high to right, but Matos is under it on the warning track to make the catch for out number 2. So he kind of just missed it there, as that's going to bring up Alek Thomas. He's 1 for 1, batting .292, OPS of .720. Birdsong likes the sign and delivers, and that's going to be in the dirt, ball 1. Thomas batting .292, OPS of .720, no home runs, 14 RBIs, got an RBI in the second. That's going to be taken for a called strike. 1-1 count. Here's the 1-1. This one to be chopped foul. 1-2 count. Herrera is on deck, but again, the D-backs at 2 outs. 6-2 is your score. If you didn't know, again, right there and down there. Look at you. I got you covered. What's the score? There it is. Here's the 1-2. Inside, ball 2. 98-mile-per-hour fastball inside. It's got some velocity there. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. As he struck him out. So the D-backs scoring 3 there thanks to the Suarez home run. As we head to the bottom of the third, your score, D-backs 6, Giants 2. All right, again, the Twins, Orioles playing in a doubleheader today. The Twins winning the first one 6-3. Brewers won over the Guardians 9-5. The Phillies winning game 1 of 2. They won 2-1. Twins starting game 2 against the Orioles. They're up 4-0 in the bottom of the third. Yankees, Mariners, that is 0-0 in the bottom of the second. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do random games, and this is today's random game. Again, I do other games, not just the Pirates. Obviously, you're seeing on the screen that this is not the Pirates. So your team could be what I do next. I mean, you could let me know, or again, just the way my work life is, I have to pick this game. Then or whatever else is happening. But yeah, if you like baseball, definitely hit that subscribe button. If you like football, hit that subscribe button. I'll be doing a bunch of football later down the road. Obviously, when football season's here, I try to do EFL when I can, but it's pretty hard to do that at this moment in time. Also, again, don't be a stranger. Feel free to hit that chat up. I do appreciate everyone that does comment. You guys serve as my color commentator, and I don't know. It's always a pleasure to talk with you guys. Talk about whatever you'd like. Baseball, football, sports, weather, how your life's going, whatever you want. That's fine with me. Yeah, dude. Again, thank you everyone for tuning in for today, as we have Lee at the plate. 287 batting average, 801 OPS. Here's the first pitch as Rodriguez delivers, and that's going to be a called strike. Jung-Hoo Lee. Here's the 0-1, and that one, I believe. Oh, I thought it hit him, but it may have went off the barrel of the bat. Everyone was like, oh. And he kind of acted like he got hit, but no. No. Hit the barrel. This check swing. So I don't know what just happened. I don't know if it's 1-2. Well, now it's 1-2. Going to show this replay again. Thought he got hit. No, he hit the barrel when he was trying to check swing. 1-2. Lee hits it to third. Suarez throws to first for out number 1. Lee hustling down that line, but Suarez with a nice throw to get him out. And that's going to bring up Chapman, Matt Chapman, batting .212, OPS of 757. D-backs up 6-2. High scoring one so far. Here's the first pitch, and that's going to be outside, ball 1. Chapman is 0 for 1, 8 home runs, 24 RBIs on the year. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be hit to short. Throws to first for out number 2. It's a 2 away here for the Giants, and that's going to bring up Adames. He did walk earlier in this one. Did come across the score as well, batting .225, OPS of 674. Rodriguez sets and delivers. And that's going to be outside, ball 1. 1-0 count to Willy Adames. And that's going to be taken for a called strike. Looked like he was just chilling there on that one, honestly. Didn't look like he was going to swing regardless. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And that one is going to be fouled back. Strike 2. Willy Adames, 225, 5 home runs, 21 RBIs. 674 OPS. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be low for ball 2. Did check his swing, but did not go. 2-2. 2 outs. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So 1, 2, 3 go the Giants as we head to the top of the 4th. Your score, D-backs 6. Giants 2. That was pretty quick compared to what we've been getting. All right, again, Twins winning game 1 of their doubleheader today against the Orioles 6-3. Brewers winning 9-5 against the Guardians earlier. The Phillies also winning game 1 of their doubleheader against the Cardinals. The Twins winning game 2 currently 4-1 over the Orioles at the bottom of the 3rd. And the Yankees and Mariners, they are still tied at 0 apiece. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. This is what I do. I call random games. And today's random game is the Diamondbacks and Giants. I've done both these teams before, so don't think it's like a one-time thing. But I do appreciate everybody that does subscribe. It's free, I do promise. I don't think you'll be paying anything to me anytime soon. Also, again, if you like football, definitely hit that subscribe button, as I'll be doing football whenever it is football season, college and in the NFL. So my weekends will be pretty much right here. My wife will hate it, but maybe you guys will love it. So hopefully I'll just have to make it up the other 5 days, I guess. Also, don't be afraid to chat about whatever you like. Talking with you guys is always fun. Talk about the game, talk about whatever you like, talk about the NFL schedule release. I'm excited for that. I might do a live stream of that. I might not. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Not too certain. As it's still commercial break, so yeah, I'm just kind of just chilling here. Again, the D-backs up 6-2. Already 2 home runs in this one. Marte in the first, Suarez in the third. As we're back, Herrera is up. He walked in his first plate appearance, batting .205, OPS of 641. Birdsong still out there. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 1. 1-0 count to Herrera, batting .205, 1 home run, 5 RBIs. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 1-1 count to Herrera. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a breaking ball in there for a called strike. 1-2 count. Herrera briefly asks for time. Here's the pitch. And called strike 3. Right on the knees. I guess Herrera thought that was low. That's going to bring up Corbin Carroll, 0 for 2 in this one so far, batting .282, OPS of 966. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball's in there. Strike 1. 14 home runs on the year, 31 RBIs for Carroll, just crushing it right now. Here's the 0-1. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in the dirt. Ball 1, as I heard a heckler just now about talking about that Corbin Carroll swing earlier. 1-2 count. Birdsong delivers. That's going to be high for ball 2. 2-2 count. I don't know if it's just the angle, but Birdsong looks really young. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be high and inside ball 3. I did not expect. I don't know, maybe it's just because he doesn't have any facial hair. Kind of threw me off. 3-2 count. Here's the pitch. Carroll hits this to right, and that's going to drop for a base hit. So Carroll gets his first hit in the top of the 4th. So everybody for the D-backs has gotten on base. Herrera did get on, of course, with the walk. Only one with no hit, but obviously walked. And that's going to bring up Ketel Marte. Hit a home run in the first. 1 for 2 so far in this one. 4 home runs, 6 RBIs. 1 for 2. Carroll on first. Here's the pitch. That's going to be away for ball 1. 1-0 count here to Marte. Birdsong checks on Carroll. Still holding him. Here's the 1-0, and that's going to be high for ball 2. 2-0 count here to Ketel Marte in the top of the 4th. 1 man on at first, 1 out. Birdsong checks on Carroll, sets, and delivers the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. The count is now 2-1 to Marte. Birdsong kind of slowing it down here. Birdsong sets and delivers. That's going to be in the dirt for ball 3. As the color guy was like, really? Come on, color guy. You got to... I don't know. It was just odd. 3-1 count here to Marte. Birdsong. Sets. Checks on Carroll and delivers. And Marte sends this to right. And this one is gone. Ketel Marte with his second home run of the day. A 2-run shot here in the top of the 4th. As the D-backs now lead 8-2. Oh my goodness. The D-backs have scored in every inning. Birdsong entered today with a 1.33 ERA. And his ERA has went up to a 2.49. So it doesn't really matter if it's Hicks or Birdsong. The D-backs came to hit today. Or at least through the first few innings, as that'll bring up Gurriel. And that's going to be high for ball 1. 8-2 is your score. Oh my goodness. And the 1-0 is in the dirt for ball 2. Birdsong might be a little rattled here. Don't think he's been hit on at all like this year. I mean, looking at the ERA. Here is the 2-0. That's going to be taken for a called strike. 2-1 count. Birdsong delivers, and this one's going to sneak past the shortstop. And Gurriel's going to get on with the 1-out single here at the top of the 4th. So the D-backs looking really good. Marte is going to head to the clubhouse. Probably a bathroom break. That's going to bring up Naylor. It's 1 for 2 on the day. Did come across to score. Batting .298, OPS of .828. Birdsong checks on the runner. This one's going to be hit hard, but foul. 0-1 count to Naylor, batting .298, 5 home runs, 27 RBIs. Naylor's checking on something. I don't know what's going on. Naylor looks confused. Whatever he's looking at. I guess he was looking at his first base coach. That kind of going in the direction. Didn't seem to like whatever the first base coach. Birdsong has got to wait for Naylor to get set. Starting to deliver there. Naylor loves to take his time. I think, yeah, Naylor took a lot of time earlier, taking his time now. Here is the 0-1. All that for ball 2. Oh, it gets away. And Huff couldn't find it. Gurriel's just going to take a nice little jog to second as Gurriel advances on the wild pitch. And maybe that's why Naylor was doing it. He just knew that, rattle Birdsong. And Chapman's actually going to check on Birdsong real quick. His assumingly young pitcher looks really young. I'm actually going to take this brief moment here. Brief mound visit to look up how old this guy is. He's 23. I'm telling you, he just looks way younger. All right. 1-1 to count as Naylor still outside the box. This guy. Oh, when does the pitch clock start? It's only at 12 seconds. I don't understand what's going on. 1-1 count. Birdsong checks at Gurriel and delivers. This one is going to be chopped foul. 1-2 count. And is that an older? Yeah, that's right. The Giants have older guys that are the ball guys. He was not sprinting at all. 1-2 count. I'm assuming that, I don't know, could be. Yeah, I mean, we're just now getting back here. Step into the box. Birdsong delivers, and this one's going to be a ground ball to second. Throws to first for out number 2, but he does move the runner to third. My bad. I just realized I don't have that. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting when I check the picture. I got to reset that thing. All right, Suarez is up at the plate here. He homered earlier, 3-run shot. He's 2 for 2. Batting .213, 13 home runs, 31 RBIs. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a swing and a miss, strike one. Looking at some Buster Posey and Tim Lincecum jerseys. Giants legends. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be down and in. Might have caught the zone there, but didn't get the call. Ball one. One and one count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a ground ball, but that's actually going to go foul. 1-2 count. Luis, how's it going, man? What you been up to? Let's doing this D-backs Giants game. The D-backs they look really good today. Birdsong delivers, and that's going to be low for ball two. You're going to the Padres Mariners, right? That's Friday or Saturday? Saturday, I think. 2-2 count. Runner on third, 2 outs. Birdsong sets and delivers. That's going to be low for ball 3. 3-2 count here to Suarez. Suarez did homer earlier. Birdsong sets and delivers. That's going to be high and in, ball 4. I believe that hit him anyway. So Suarez will head to first Saturday. Heck yeah, man. Hope it's fun. I will not be able. How are the Giants lose? Well, apparently Hicks didn't look all that great earlier. And then Birdsong here entered with the 1.33 ERA. He started getting hit on as well. It doesn't really matter who they throw out there. I mean, the D-backs are just crushing it. That's going to bring up Smith, Pavin Smith here, 1 for 2. And that is going to be a breaking ball that doesn't get the call there. Ball 1. So I would not be, unfortunately, able to stream anything Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. As Thursday, I'm calling a baseball game. It's like the state quarterfinals for one of the schools here. 1-0 count. That's going to be chopped foul. So I'm pretty excited about that. Somewhat. It's a whole freaking mess, though. I can tell you that. I'm somewhat stressed about it. Not about the actual calling, but just with all the equipment. That's probably not going to work anyway. And then Friday, I got to come back to the studio and manage the soundboard there. And then Saturday is possible game 3, so I will not be able to do anything there. 1-1 count. That's going to make it 2-1 as that's in the dirt. Ball 2. So Sunday's possible to call a Padres Mariners. We'll see. I don't know. Everything could just change. 2-1 count here. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. But yeah, no, every one of the D-backs has gotten on base. I mean, the D-backs look really good right now. Really good. 2-2 count. 2 runners on here on the corners. Top of the 4th. Here's the pitch. Called. Strike 3. And Smith doesn't like the call, but that looked good to me. So D-backs strand 2, but not before they add another 2 in the top of the 4th to make it 8-2 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. All right, let's see what's happening going on everywhere else. The Brewers, again, they won 9-5 of the Guardians. The Twins won game 1 of their doubleheader over the Orioles 6-3. Let's see. The Phillies, again, they won game 1 of their doubleheader over the Cardinals 2-1. The Orioles have taken the lead, scoring 6 runs in the bottom of the 3rd They're now up 6-4 over the Twins as they head to the bottom of the fourth. Yankees Mariners have as many runs as I do sitting here, as it's 0-0 in the bottom of the third. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. This is what I do. I call random games. So if you like baseball, this is the channel for you. If you like football as well, definitely hit that subscribe button, as we'll be doing that a lot in the fall. Don't hesitate to comment, chat about whatever you'd like. I do read all comments. So if you want to interact with somebody, just want to chat sports, chat about whatever, I got you covered. And, oh yeah, so my YouTube is free. So yeah, you know, if you don't want to pay, that's okay. I got you covered. I'm taking the charge. Don't worry. YouTube is charging me, so you're welcome. You know, I'm making sure that you don't have to pay a dime. As we work our way here to the bottom of the fourth, Matos is up. He is 0 for 1, batting 172, OPS of 575. These guys are loud in my ear right now. Wish it was John Miller, but I don't know where John Miller is. I checked the radio broadcast, and I didn't hear his voice. So if anyone has any information on him, please let me know, as that first pitch is inside, ball 1. Always a pleasure to listen to John Miller. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside for strike 1. Oh, little delay there on the call. 1-1 count, and that's going to be inside, ball 2. Two and 1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside, ball 3. Three and 1 count. Tomatos. Rodriguez delivers. That's going to be inside, ball 4. Tomatos with the leadoff walk here in the bottom of the fourth, and that's going to bring up Huff. He's 1 for 1. Did come across to score in the second. Batting .211, OPS of 578. Here is the first pitch to Huff, and that's going to be down low in the dirt for ball 1. Handled well by Herrera. Justin, how's it going? What's up, Doctor? We're in Cancun. Whoa. Well, that's cool. I guess he had a lot of bets hit or something. That's pretty neat, man. How's it going? Cubs still, I believe, leading in the Central, so good stuff there. That one's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 1. I'm ready for the schedule release. I know that's kind of weird, but I don't know. I'd like to see what the Steelers are doing, who they play. I'd like to see our 9-8 schedule right before my very eyes. Here is the 1-1. That's going to be low for ball 2. 2-1 count here as the Giants looking to try to creep back into this one. Looked like they were going to, but the Diamondbacks just kept on the pressure. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be taken for a called strike. But hopefully you have a good time down there in Cancun. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Burns. I'm happy with Ketel's. Yeah, no, Ketel with 2 homers, man. It's crushing it. Crushing it right now. It had a home run in the first, and I think that was just happened in the fourth. Yeah. Yeah, Ketel is crushing it right now. All right, here is Villar. That's going to be taken for a called strike. Villar actually saved some runs earlier with a great defensive play, robbing Carroll of a double, and of course bases were loaded at the time. Here's the 0-1, and that's going to be inside, ball 1, as he checked his swing. 1-1 count. Rodriguez sets and delivers. There's going to be a chopper, little tapper actually. The pitcher, Rodriguez, throws to first. Not in time, so he's safe on the infield single. So Villar hustling down the line, and that's going to bring up Koss, 1 for 1. As much time Ketel has missed this year, he's still on pace for 30 home runs. Yeah, I think he can do it. Definitely has the power to do it. 2 home runs today definitely help. The way the D-backs are swinging, though, I mean, they could add on way more. Christian Koss batting .255, 1 home run, 8 RBIs. Here's the first pitch, and that's going to be low for ball 1. I feel like my voice is actually dead. I'm just kind of talking. Apologize if there's not as much emotion. I definitely feel it. Been very busy with the radio station. Here's the 1-0, and that's going to be down low, ball 2. 4 home run day. Well, I think most sports fans would for their favorite player or team or whatnot. I thought you were, I guess I'm misremembering here. I apologize. I thought you were a Cubs fan, but I do apologize. I feel bad. 2-0 count. Swing and a miss, strike 1. So I know there's Nick. Nick is he's the D-backs fan. I guess you are. I thought you were Chicago. I thought you were, but I guess I'm misremembering. My bad. That's on me. 2-1 count. And that's going to be low for ball 3. Oh, so you are a Cubs fan. I got you. And Bears, I think. Yeah, no, I really wish I did a fantasy thing, man. I'm telling you, my friends screwed me over. Yeah, we're going to do it. Next day, deletes the league. Okay. I see how it is. 3-1 count. That's going to be a tapper, but foul. Die-hard Cubbies. Yeah, no, the Cubs looking really good. Well, for Central purposes, because obviously AL Central, well, and Detroit's looking good, but like the NL Central, well, they're all above or around 500, I should say. Don't look at Pittsburgh. We're 43-0. We're 43-0. We're just too good. All right, so Koss is going to ask for time. Koss stepping back in on the full count. Runners on first and second. Rodriguez looking back and delivers. Koss fouls this one back. To be honest, D-backs are much better than the Giants. Giants are pulling a miracle this season. The D-backs are still warming up. I would agree, but let me just double check something here. I mean, here's the 3-2. And this one's going to be hit into the gap. But Carroll running to make the catch. And that's going to force the guys to run back. Oh, man, what a play by Carroll on the full sprint and just throwing it immediately in there. So 2 away here in the bottom 4th. But pitching is important. I do want to make that known because the Giants only allowing 164 runs. I mean, I understand their offense. I mean, their offense is actually not much worse than the D-backs. But, like, the pitching is what's killing the D-backs. So, yes, I do agree to an extent. Pitching is also just as important. Here's the first pitch, and that's going to be – I feel like you already knew that, but it's just something I feel like with football, I know it's something a lot. Like, we talk about high-powered offenses and the bad defense. Well, I mean – and the Steelers have a bad offense, good defense. But I mean, defense is important. It's just as here's the 1-0. Now it's going to be ripped down the left. Oh my gosh, the left field line. That's going to get down. There is one. Villar scores or VR, and another run. Okay, so yeah, 2 runs will score. So a 2-out double by Ramos makes it an 8-4 game. Just hugging that left field foul line. It's all Suarez can do is just look at it. J-Rod, Rob, Trent Grisham. Oof. Tough. Well, I mean, I'm not exactly a pro Yankee guy, so that's fine with me. As we have a mound visit here. Runner on second. Giants trying to stay in this one. I mean, it's been a pretty high-scoring game, which last night's game, Giants winning 10-6. That was an exciting game. I wish I would have watched it, but I got home really late last night. I wanted to do Pirates-Mets again. Just could not, unfortunately. Kind of sad. Just got home late from work, and I was exhausted, so I just, was not doing it. Would have had to jump in the middle of the game. I don't really feel like doing that. Unless it's just like no one's covering it, then I'll do it. But like usually there's somebody. Anyway, that's going to bring up Flores. 1 for 2 on the day. Runner on second, batting .253 OPS of .716. Rodriguez is staring down Ramos at second, as that one's going to be taken for a called strike. Ryan Thompson is warming up in the D-backs bullpen. Bullpen has been pretty terrible for the most part. Here's the 0-1, and that one's going to be sent foul. Or at least that's what Jaguar Gator makes it seem like. I'm sure you guys know him, Jaguar Gator 9. Football YouTuber that does play-by-plays as well for baseball. Here's the 0-2, and that's going to be high for ball 1. 1-2 count. Rodriguez sets. And delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So the Giants strand 1, but they push across 2 to make it 8-4. D-backs lead. Alrighty, again, the Twins winning game 1 earlier, 6-3 over the Orioles. Brewers over the Guardians, 9-5. Phillies, Cardinals. Phillies won game 1, 2-1. Orioles up 6-5 in game 2 over the Twins. And the Mariners, they are up 2-0 over the Yankees in the top of the 4th. Red Sox, Tigers, probably getting underway now because, again, this high-scoring game is actually going to make it drag out a little bit, but I don't mind that. If it's exciting, I'll do it. A lot of offense to me is exciting in baseball. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do random games, and this is a random game today. I do mostly Pirates, not going to lie, but I have done the D-backs a plethora of times, and this is, I believe, my second Giants game, and you can recommend a game. I do as well. Just let me know in the comments at the end of the video, because the chat log will disappear forever. If you chat during the live stream, I'll probably forget. It's just the way it is. Also, if you like football, definitely hit that subscribe button, as I'll be doing a bunch of football games once, I guess the end of August. Week 0 for college football is when I'll start doing it. I'm excited for it. Much bigger football fan than baseball fan. But don't worry, I won't abandon baseball. I mean, in September, I'll still be doing the regular season games during the week, because obviously football is mostly on the weekends. And don't hesitate to chat. Talk about whatever you'd like. Talk about your vacation. You can talk about, whatever you want to do. You can talk about the game. You can talk about the NFL. You can talk about whatever. I do respond to everything for the most part, as they show the home run leaders. Carroll, Judge, Schwarber, tied with 14. Carroll, though, only weighs 165. The others way above 200, as Perdomo takes that one inside. 1 for 2 is Perdomo on the day. That's going to be outside ball 2. Birdsong is still in there. He has looked a little shaky, as he's allowed 4 or 5 runs here? 4 runs? 3 runs. That's going to be down low, ball 3. Let me actually double check this. Yes, he's allowed 3 runs here. Hicks obviously with 5. 3-0 count, and Birdsong's going to request a different ball. I don't find it to make much sense that even though NFL schedule releases tonight, I don't know why they release some games. I agree. I don't actually like that. Ball 4 for Perdomo. So Perdomo will head to first. So D-backs already with another base runner with nobody out. They should have waited until tonight to release the full. No, I completely agree, Justin. I completely agree. I don't know if it's an old school mindset or whatnot, but I just think that, I don't know, like there's none of this teasing crap or no leaks. Just do it tonight, make it huge. Kind of already spoils some schedules. Got a bunt attempt, and Thomas is able to connect on the bunt as he moves the runner to second, but he is thrown out at first. So Thomas with the sacrifice bunt. Koss caught it with his bare hand. That's pretty funny. Herrera is up at the plate. He's the only D-back without a hit, but he has reached base via a walk. 0 for 1 with the walk, batting .200, OPS of 627. And that one is going to be found back. The only Steelers game I know is Steelers-Jets. Apparently that's week 1, which I know they're doing that for the Justin Fields thing. And, of course, if Rodgers comes to Pittsburgh, that'd be a pretty neat. I'm not gonna lie, it would be a pretty cool opening day 1. Here's the 0-1, and Birdsong steps off to look back Perdomo. The only thing is, I feel like now, like Rodgers, like, well, I don't want to play there. I don't want to play there week 1. What if I get hurt? Then I'm done. Like his career's over. Here's the 0-1, swing and a miss, strike 2. But I feel like he also probably doesn't. He'll appreciate the fact that it's not prime time. 0-2 count. Showing a guy with the Giants Hawaiian t-shirt. That looks really cool. And the hat was really amazing as well. 0-2 count. Birdsong delivers. That's going to be outside. Ball 1. Here, I'll go to this. No. Oh, no, he would never. He would, no, I don't think he'd go to the Saints. 1-2 count. That's going to be low for ball 2. Saints are, I don't know what the Saints are probably in. They're now in contention. Not sad. I wasn't really a big Derek Carr fan, but he was going to keep them around 500, I'd say. Now they're actually part of this little tank for Arch thing. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be inside ball 3. I mean, they got Spencer Rattler, and he's like so inconsistent. It's crazy. So, he probably won't. Even if he does start, like, he'll be so erratic. He's like a Jameis. Then there's Jake Hader. He's not really all that great. Here's the 3-2. That's going to be outside ball 4. So the D-backs with 2 base runners here in the top of the 5th. And then there's the David, I don't know how to pronounce that last name. Shuck is what I hear, but it doesn't look like what it is. Like it's GH, Shug, or Show, whatever. All right, mound visit here. I don't know if this is looks like Birdsong's going to stay in the game. So just a mound visit here is how Rattler was only good in high school. Yeah, probably. Was he like the number 1 recruit, I think? Top rated recruit. Of course, the name probably had something to do with it. They give the names a little bit of a boost if you have a cool name. But yeah, no, Rattler, nah, he's not much. And I don't really think the Saints would be an option for A-Rod. He'd want to go to somewhere where at least you can compete. Saints, I feel like that division's terrible. That's really the only advantage, but he would go one and done in the playoffs. Not saying the Steelers wouldn't go 1-1. They probably would go one and done, but I feel I don't know. I would probably pick Pittsburgh. No bias. All right, Carroll's up at the plate, 1 for 3 on the day, and that one's going to be sent to right. And still up there as Matos finally makes the catch. Perdomo is going to tag and head to third. So runners on the corners here in the top of the 5th with 2 out. I went to a high school with the last name Shuck, and it doesn't spell like the Saints QB. Yeah, I don't know. Like whenever I hear them talk about the guy Shuck, they say Shuck. And it's like GH. I don't know. He was number 1 in the high nation. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, it happens. Like DJ Ukulele, right? Wasn't he highly rated too? And it turns out he was a freaking bum. Here is Ketel Marte. He's already got 2 home runs in this one. That's going to be inside ball 1. Almost hit him. 1-0 count. Marte has been great at the plate today. Again, 2 for 3 with 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. Did strike out, though. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be low for ball 2. I know there's not a lot of people here now. I'm just saying there's like 12 people here earlier when this game started, and I have a feeling like they all started leaving like once the D-backs started leaving or like started scoring. They were definitely Giants fans. That one's going to be taken for a called strike. The Giants fans all left me after the D-backs started crushing it. I mean, it is what it is, It's fine. I do stick it out when the Steelers are getting blown out. I'm just saying. That's what I do. I'm loyal. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be in the dirt, ball 3. And the Pirates are getting blown out. Well, I mean, if I'm covering the game, I got to watch it. But, yeah, no, if I'm not covering, I will turn it off for the Pirates. Yeah, it's like 8-0 already in the 4th. See you later, buckos. I know you ain't scoring 8. You can't even score 8 through 9, let alone the last 5. Here's the 3-1. That one's going to be popped up. That might stay in. That is going to stay in play, and that one is caught for out number 3. So the first time today, the D-backs don't score anything, as it's now 8-4 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Also, many people still at work. They probably joined during lunch. And then that's actually a great point, Luis. My bad. I'm just hating on the Giants nation for no reason. I like the Giants. I think it's actually a very classy organization. I'd much rather have them lead in the NL West than the freaking Dodgers. Like, I like the Giants. Honestly, I like every team out there. Giants, Padres. I have no problem with the D-backs. And the Rockies, I think they're so adorable what they're doing down there in Denver. So adorable. So adorable. So I have no hate for them. Okay, now Matt Chapman home run. Yeah, I don't know about that. Guys. It's been pretty tough for Chapman this year. Let's see. Let me actually look at this. Batting .211. Oh, he's got 8 home runs. Okay. Never mind. 750. I was looking at the OPS. I'm like, well, it doesn't seem good, but I guess the batting average. On base, 344. Slugging, 408. Yeah, it's doable. 8 home runs so far this year for Chapman. So, yeah, I could see it. But, yeah, Lee, Chapman, Adames due up here for the Giants. Very good point, Luis. Brilliant. Again, it's 4 o'clock here. 4:23. So, I'm like not thinking about lunch, though. I'm like, yeah, 2 hours behind. I knew that. I just didn't process it. Putting you on the spot. Should Justin Verlander retire? To be honest, I don't know if I could really look at this. I need to look at him. I don't think I haven't seen him start at all this year. I mean, is he injured? I don't know. I mean, probably he's playing. I just don't know. All right, we're back here. Lee's going to be at the plate. 4.31. That's not too bad. He's 0-3, but all right. So Thompson's actually going to replace Rodriguez here. Thompson with a 5.74. I don't know if that's accurate. I don't think that's terrible for a 42-year-old man. That's going to be a called strike. I wouldn't say Verlander should retire. Nah, but I haven't really heard much about him this year. I'll leave that pro baseball reference up. I always like looking at stats of players whenever you guys ask about players. It's so fun. 1-1 count becomes 2-1 as that one's taken outside. Scherzer. Where he's in Toronto, I think. 2-1 count here. And that's going to be outside ball 3. Lee is 0 for 2 on the day, by the way. Batting average of 285, OPS of 797. I'm going to say no on Justin. I don't think that's too bad, unless the numbers are deceiving. Here's the 3-1. Lee pops it up. Left field. Gurriel fighting the sun, but he makes the catch for out number 1. Dang. He was like putting it up there, like just the other hand. Scherzer, only 1 game, so I don't know. Again, you guys definitely know more about that than I do, but only 1 game start. I'm assuming he's hurt or he's just coming back. I really don't know, but I guess he didn't look good in his 1 game. So the argument is there for him. Even so, last year, 3.95, which, I mean, he didn't really. Well, actually, he hasn't pitched much at all the last few years. What the heck? I didn't know that. Well, yeah, I guess it might be time for him. But again, if his ERA is still in the 4s, if he ever comes back. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be outside ball 2. Scherzer needs to retire. Scherzer and Verlander were top pitchers in the prime. Seems like they've been struggling the last couple of years. I would do 1 more season and retire with honor. That's always a tough one. He's been injury prone for the last 3. Yeah, I just looked at his. This one's going to be slapped to right. That's going to be a single there for Chapman. So no home run there, but that should help a little bit of your fantasy team. It should be. I don't know how many points you get for a single, but he gets on. That'll bring up Damas. It's always a tough one. Like, I'm not saying I would ever be a professional athlete. It's too late for me, unfortunately, at least in this lifetime. But I don't know. I think I'd want to keep playing for as long as I could. I don't know about the retire with honor. That's gonna be outside ball 1. Like, I'd like to go out on my own terms, but at the same time, like, I don't know. Like, when you're that good, you just want to keep going as long as you can, because eventually it's done. You'll never play again. That would be my attitude, I think. Unless I won a World Series late in my career or a Super Bowl. 1-0 count becomes a 1-1 as that's taken for a called strike. I don't know. Maybe this might be a little different for baseball and football, but Super Bowl, I think I'd go out on top. World Series, I think I'd keep going if I'm still pitching great or hitting great. 1-1 count is taken for a called strike. He doesn't like the call, though. That looked pretty fine to me. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, I don't know. I say keep playing. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. Damas, again, showing his disapproval to the strike zone, but it didn't look bad. Some of those pitches were, they were fine. So 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. 1 man on. That's going to bring up Matos. He's 0 for 1 with the walk. 172 batting average, 588 OPS. Thompson sets and delivers right down the middle. Strike 1. Stolen base. Does he have a stolen base? I don't know. He's still on first. Don't listen. If you're looking at that bottom one, that is always inaccurate for some reason. 0-2. Yeah, it always has a runner on second. I guess I need to message the guy. Seems like a really cool dude. He worked with me on the UFL. I'm the one. I got the UFL scores for that whole thing. I'm waiting for my thank you for all the other creators that use, or streamers that use that score bug. Here's the 0-2. That's going to be high for ball 1. But no, he's still at first. 1-2 count. Thompson sets and delivers. Almost hit him. As his helmet is on the ground. Didn't hit him, though. Yeah, no, that would be very rare. I don't think Chapman. Let's go ahead and look at it again. Just looking up Chapman stats today. Well, he's stolen 5. Last year stole 15 out of nowhere. Guess he wasn't given the stolen base sign in Toronto and Oakland. Interesting. Did not know that. Didn't 15. It's not too bad. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. So the Giants leave one stranded as we head to the top of the 6th. Your score, D-backs 8, Giants 4. All right, let's go ahead and do a review of what's going on. Brewers over the Guardians 9-5. The Twins beat the Orioles in Game 1 of the doubleheader 6-3, and the Phillies won Game 1 of their doubleheader with the Cardinals 2-1. Orioles up 6-5 over the Twins in Game 2. The Mariners up 2-0 over the Yankees in the top of the 5th. And Red Sox Tigers scheduled for first pitch in an hour. Will probably be live in the 8th or 9th inning, so we'll be able to see a little bit of that. Yeah, if you like what you let them hit, they got ice. Yeah, let it hit them. I don't know, in the head, I don't know about that one. But if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do random games. Again, if you're just a baseball fan, definitely hit that subscribe button. It's free, I promise. Also with football, I will be doing this type of thing as well. The football, I don't know. I feel like I'll have a lot more energy for football. I'm a football guy. I really am. So if you're a football person as well, definitely hit that subscribe button. I think it'll be fun as we chat football and I call games for games that you can't watch. Again, I'm just trying to appeal here to the Cardinals, Arizona Cardinals. I know you guys don't get a lot of prime time. It's not a shot. I'm just saying. Let me know, and I will cover Cardinals games. I know you guys get that 3:05 start. It's never on national TV, so if you guys can't watch it for some reason, I got you. Just let me know. I got you. I got Scooball and Sonny Gray pitching later. Playing. Oh, so I thought Scooball was good. I mean, are they pitching or playing against each other? I can't remember. Scooball plays the Red Sox. And where's Gray at? Honestly, I don't even remember where Sonny Gray. I feel like I saw him earlier. Here's the first pitch, and that's going to be a called strike. Spencer Bivens replaces Birdsong, 3.93 ERA for Spencer. 0-1 count. That's going to be sliced down the right field line, but that one is fouled off. No hands. To be fair, the kids were probably about 4 or 5 years old. That's good because I'm down by a lot. Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. 0-2 count to Gurriel. Gurriel hits this to left. Ramos jogs and makes the catch for out number 1. That's going to bring up Josh Naylor. He 1 for 3. Now, I think what's interesting with him is he's been taking 30 seconds between each pitch, but hasn't been ejected or anything like that, and hasn't even been mentioned by the umpire to hey, get back in the box. Sonny Gray, I don't know. I have no idea. All right, here's the first pitch. Naylor chops this one foul. All right, let's see how long. 6, 7, 8. Well, he's getting in the box. Okay, all right. Working a little faster here this time. It's because I brought it up. That's what it is. 0-1 count to Naylor. Here's the pitch. And this one's hit to right, and that's going to drop for a base hit. Man, so that is now 12 hits for the D-backs, and we're only in the 6th. And that's going to bring up Suarez, 2 for 2, and he did have a home run earlier, 3-run shot to extend this game, or extend the lead. I believe at that point made it 6-2. It's 2 for 2 and was hit by a pitch. 13 home runs on the year, 31 RBIs. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside. Ball 1. 1-0 count. Always people in kayaks right by the baseball field. That's always cool. Here's the 1-0, and that's going to be taken for a called strike. 1-1 count. Runner on first, 1 out here in the top of the 6th. D-backs leading 8-4. Here's the pitch. This one is sent high up in the air, shallow right field. And we have a catch by Matos for out number 2. And that's going to bring up Pavin Smith. It's 1 for 3 on the day, batting .299 with an OPS of .941. Smith playing pretty well this year. Again, .941 OPS, really solid. As we have a pitcher step off, so we'll start it over. Bivens sets and delivers. That's going to be right down the middle, strike 1. 0-1 count. Luis, if you're here, I know you're more of a diehard baseball fan. You seem to have a lot of knowledge. Again, I don't know if you would know much about the broadcasters, but do you have any idea what happened to John Miller? Here's the 0-1. That's going to be outside ball 1. I don't know if you're still here, Luis, but I have no idea. I'd like to listen to John Miller in my headset rather than these guys. I couldn't find him on the radio station he's supposed to be on. I don't know if he's just not doing it anymore. Said he was. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be ripped to right, and that's going to drop. As I believe we're going to have runners on the corners here as Naylor's jogging into third with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. So runners on first and third. Again, that's the 13th hit of the game for the D-backs. They have looked really good at the plate. And that's going to bring up Perdomo here. He's 1 for 2 with the walk. It's Bivens sets. Runners on first and third. And delivers. And this one's hit hard, but hit foul. Again, the D-backs with 13 hits. So everyone in the lineup has a hit for them, except for Herrera, who's batting 9th. But he has 2 walks, so he's gotten on base twice. So it's he's drawn 2 of the 3 walks today for the D-backs. D-backs just looking really great at the plate. And Perdomo's going to ask for time. Approaching 2 hours here in game time. Stream time, 1 hour, 54 minutes. Started this kind of late. 0-1 is going to be in there for a called strike. Started, I think, like a minute before first pitch. That's on me. My bad. 0-2 count. Bivens looks over at first. Sets. And delivers. That's going to be inside. Ball 1. 1-2 count. Perdomo batting .295 again. 5 home runs, 31 RBIs. Bivens. Sets. Here's the 1-2. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. He didn't like the call. But that looked good to me. So we head to the bottom of the 6th. Your score, D-backs 8, Giants 4. All right, Twins winning game 1 earlier, 6-3 over the Orioles. Brewers over the Guardians, 9-5. And again, the Phillies winning game 1 of their doubleheader against the Cardinals, 2-1. Orioles still up 6-5 over the Twins at the top of the 7th, and the Mariners up 2-0 over the Yankees in the bottom of the 5th. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do appreciate everyone that does subscribe. Even if you don't subscribe, I do appreciate you. Maybe a little bit less. I'm not even going to lie to you there. But I do appreciate you regardless. I do. Again, you're choosing me as your broadcaster, as your eyes and ears for what's going on, and I appreciate it. Again, if you like baseball, this is the channel for you. If you like football, this is definitely the channel for you. So as I'll be doing those games whenever they're back on in August. Probably do some preseason games too. That's actually a given. We're doing that. And again, don't hesitate to chat or comment in the chat or comments, whatever you want to call it. I do read them all. And yeah, again, you can just be a silent listener. That is perfectly fine too. I've been there, done that, so I get it. But again, I do appreciate everyone for stopping by today, as the D-backs still up 8-4 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. So I will try to hang in there as I ramble, trying to keep some noise in the background for you, because once it goes silent, everyone leaves. That's just how it goes. You get bored. I get bored too. All right, we're back here, and that's going to, again, the Giants are up at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. They need something here. They still got a few more innings, but the urgency, I would say, has to pick up here as Huff is at the plate. Ryan Nelson, he's going to come in with a 5.01 ERA. Here's the first pitch. That's going to be fouled back. Strike one. Huff is 1 for 2 on the day, batting .205, OPS of .564, 1 home run, 3 RBIs on the year. Nelson delivers, and that's going to be outside. Ball 1. 1-1 count here to Huff, and the D-backs just looking very good on the offensive side of things. Pitching has been okay. Probably wanted a little bit better. That's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 2. Honestly, not so great. You've allowed 4 runs in 5 innings, so high-scoring day. Of course, it was a high-scoring day yesterday, as again the Giants won 10-6. So D-backs looking to repay that here. Here's the 1-2, swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Huff goes down swinging for the second time today, and that's going to bring up VR. He is 1 for 1 with a walk. Been on base both times. Batting .267. No home runs, 1 RBI. He hasn't really played much this year. Had a great play at first earlier, saving 2 runs, possibly more. So it could be 10-4, 11-4. VR didn't make that play. That's going to be outside, ball 1. 1-0 count. Nelson sets and delivers. That's going to be down low for ball 2. Two-0 count here to VR. Again, he's been on base both times. 1 for 1 with a walk. Nelson delivers. That's going to be low. Ball 3. 3-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside, ball 4. So on 4 pitches, he gives VR the free pass. And that's going to bring up costs. He's 1 for 2. Does have an RBI. He's batting .250, OPS of .604. Got his first home run of the season in last night's game. That was Nelson. And 5 ERA, not exactly pitching that great this year, as that one is just high for ball 1. One 1-0 count to costs. Nelson delivers, and that's going to be outside ball 2. 2-0 count. So, 6 straight balls here. Nelson sets and delivers. That's going to be fouled back behind home plate, so the count will move to 2-1. Runner on first here in the bottom of the 6th. D-backs up 8-4. You may have noticed because of the multiple scoreboards on the screen. So there you go. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be in there, called strike. 2-2 count. I never, ever, I'm usually a nice guy, but I never want to see what is the score in the chat. Here's the 2-2, and that's going to be fouled back. So the count remains at 2-2. Oh, yes, I've seen that before, guys. What is the score? Well, I mean, there's 2 scores right there. I don't know what else to tell you. It's the same setup for every baseball game. Have that scoreboard on the bottom. Scoreboard right to my right. What's the score? Oh, okay. Can't read, I see. 2-2 count. Nelson sets, runner on first. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be slapped. Foul. Down the right field line. So, again, it remains 2-2. D-backs with 13 hits in this one. They have just put on an offensive show. Though they haven't scored in the last 2 innings, so this is an opportunity for the Giants to inch a little bit closer. Here's the 2-2. That one fouled right off the catcher's mask. So the umpire is going to come out halfway, toss the ball, and give the catcher a little bit of time here to, catch his, I don't catch his breath, but I mean, it doesn't take the air out. I'm just a little shaken up, I would say. I mean, right off the dome. 2-2 count as the umpire is working his way back. 8-4 is your ball game, in case you didn't know. Nelson sets and delivers. Checked his swing. Foul tip. Strike 3 costs. Oh, he doesn't like it. Can't believe it. So Costs goes down on the foul tip, strike 3, and that's going to bring up Ramos, 1 for 2 with 3 RBIs. He does have a sac fly as well. And he did strike out earlier. Batting .286, OPS of .836. Here's the first pitch. That's going to be fouled back, strike 1. As they're showing these old guys giving the ball to his young kid. I guess that's how it is now. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be high for ball 1. Everyone just gives the ball to the kid. I'm saying I get a ball and there's a kid next to me. I'm keeping it. I don't care. I know I'd get booed, but I never got one as a kid. Here's the 1-1. Checked his swing. And he did not go 2-1. I'm just saying, my generation still had a fight for it. It's born in '96, by the way. But, I wasn't handed a baseball at a Reading Phillies game or, whatever game I went to. 2-1 count. That's going to be taken on the inside part of the plate, strike 2. He does not like it, but that looked good. Looked good on the screen there. Looked good on the little rectangle strike zone there. Nelson sets and delivers. That one's going to be fouled back. So the count moves to still 2-2, pardon me. Again, the Giants looking for something. They have 4 runs through, 5 2/3, which isn't bad, but again, their pitching just got lit up today. Hicks allowing 5 runs and 2. And then Birdsong, who's usually pretty reliable, he struggled today, allowing 3 runs, I believe, in 2 or 3 innings. May have been 4, to be honest with you. Birdsong allowing 3 and 3. So, yeah, just Not a good day at the office for the pitching. Here's the 2-2. Chopper to third. Suarez throws to first for out number 3. So the Giants strand 1, but we head to the top of the 7th. Your score. Crap. There you go. 8-4, D-backs leading. All right, what's happening around the major leagues? Well, I got you covered. Twins defeat the Orioles in Game 1, 6-3. Brewers over the Guardians, 9-5. The Phillies won Game 1 as well. If they're a doubleheader, 2-1. Orioles winning in Game 2, currently 6-5 in the top of the 8th. Mariners up 2-1 over the Yankees in the bottom of the 6th. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do random baseball games, and today's random game is D-backs Giants. I do mostly Pirates games, so not going to lie to you, but I have done the D-backs. I believe this is the 4th time now I've done them, and if you're a Giants fan, this is my 2nd time. But again, I don't mind doing other games. Just let me know. Let me know what you like to see, and if I'm not working or I get home early enough or whatever happens, my wife's good with everything, then I will be in front of the camera doing a baseball game. Also, if you're a football fan, definitely hit that subscribe button. There should be no excuse for you not to hit the subscribe button if you're an NFL or college football fan, as I'll be doing those games whenever August starts. I'll be the preseason. I'll start with the NFL preseason, then we'll go into week 0, week 1, and then week 1 of the NFL season all the way through. Again, I'm more of a football fan than baseball fan. I would say diehard. I know a lot about all that. So if you want to chat about that, chat in the comments or chat about the game. Chat about whatever you'd like. Don't be a stranger. You guys serve as my color commentator. So, just chat away or don't chat away. You can let me sound like a fool in front of all of you. But again, if you're worried about price, don't worry. It is free, I promise. If you hit that subscribe button, there will be no bill sent to you. You will be fine, I promise. YouTube wanted me to do it. YouTube was like, yeah, no, you got to charge them. You got to make some money. I'm like, well, no, this is a free service here. You're welcome. So no bill will be sent to you. As that first pitch to Thomas is low for ball 1. Thomas is 1 for 2 and a sack bunt. Batting .289, no homers, 14 RBIs. Here's the 1-0, and that will be outside ball 2. Bivens is out there for a second inning of work. 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. 2-1 count here to Thomas as he's going to ask for time. And OPS 714. No homers, but he is a speedster. Definitely a speedster. So what he lacks for in power, he makes up for it in speed. Bivens delivers. And this one's hit to first. VR with a nice diving play. Throws to first for out number 1. VR, very good defense today. Saved 2 runs earlier and made a diving stop there. That one went into the outfield. Very good stuff. Wow. All right, that's going to bring up Herrera. He's the only Diamondback with no hits today, but he has walked twice. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a called strike. Again, 0 for 1, 2 walks. Batting .200, 1 home run, 5 RBIs for Jose Herrera. Bivens sets and delivers. That's going to be chopped foul. Carroll is on deck. Tied for the league lead in home runs. Only weighs 165 pounds. If he were in the NFL, he'd get randomly steroid tested. That's going to be outside for ball 1. Bivens sets and delivers. That's going to be outside. So the count moves to 2-2. Two and two count here to Herrera. Again, looking for his first hit, but again, he's already gotten on base twice with the walks. Here's the 2-2. That's upstairs for ball 3. I do ask if there's any Giants fans here, if you could let me know where in the world John Miller is, what channel I need to listen to. So I really do appreciate him. He's the best. Here's the 3-2. Herrera sends this to right. Matos is there to make the catch for out number 2. And that's going to bring up Corbin Carroll. He's 1 for 4. Batting .284, OPS of .967. Again, he's tied for the league lead in home runs. So really solid year, or start to the year for sure. Bivens delivers, and that's going to be outside. Ball 1. "13 hits, 3 walks for the D-backs. Here's the 1-0, and that's in the dirt for ball 2. 31 RBIs go along with those 14 home runs. I mean, Carroll has just been pretty darn good to start the year. Here's the 2-0. Carroll rips this one foul. Imagine Carroll wants to send this into the bay. So he's stuck with a 3-way tie. Judge is the other one with 14. I just don't remember the other guy. Bivens sets on the 2-1 and delivers. That's going to be outside, ball 3. 3-1 count. Giants trying to continue to hold the D-backs. They haven't scored in 2 innings. Here's the pitch. Strike 2 called. It's Carroll already started taking off his equipment for ball 4. That one was pretty close. You can probably look at it right there on the top left corner. 3-2 count. Bivens sets and delivers. This one is chopped foul. So went again from a possible walk to a full count. 3-2 count. Bivens sets and delivers. Ball 4. Now he draws the walk. So Carroll gets on with 2 away here in the top of the 7th. That's going to bring up Ketel Marte, who's already had 2 home runs, homered in the first and I believe in the first and fourth. So actually we have a pinch hitter. Jordan Lawler's going to be replacing Ketel. I wonder what happened. That's kind of odd. Lawler doesn't have a hit yet for the season. OPS of .250. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. I'm going to check on his stats real quick. As did play a little bit 2 years ago. Oh, and 1 count to Lawler. Lawler hits this one foul. So very quickly 0-2 for Jordan Lawler, looking for his first hit of the year. Just recently called up from AAA. 0-2 count. Bivens sets. Runner on first. Here's the 0-2. almost wanted to go there, but in the dirt, ball one on a pitch way outside. D-backs with a chance, I guess, to, with the ball in the gap, Carroll's got that speed where, he could come around to score, but I don't know. It's going to be pretty tough. Bivens sets, a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Lawler pops it up, but I believe that's going out of play. It does. It does go out of play. Lawler staying alive. 1-2 count. Bivens sets. Looks over at Carroll. And delivers. That's going to be low for ball two. Again, the Giants won last night 10-6. The highest scoring game. This one, I would say pretty high scoring as well. 2-2 count. That's going to be away in the dirt, ball three. And Carroll's going to steal second with no throw. So a ball in the gap will definitely score Carroll as he smiles like, yeah, okay, that was a little odd. 3-2 count. Bivens sets and delivers. Swing and a miss on a ball way outside. Strike three. So the D-backs strand one. As we head to the bottom of the seventh, your score 8-4. Twins, again, they won game one 6-3 over the Orioles. The Brewers won 9-5 over the Guardians. Phillies won game one 2-1 over the Cardinals. Twins retaking the lead in game two. They're now up 8-6 on the Orioles in the bottom of the eighth. Mariners up 2-1 over the Yankees in the bottom of the sixth. And that is it for now. As another game's supposed to, I think, happen. When is that? When is that supposed to happen? Pardon me. Sorry, guys. 40 minutes. We might catch that one. We might not. I don't know. Probably not. And if we do, it'd probably be in the ninth inning. But again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. This is what I call random games. Today's game is the Diamondbacks and Giants. So yeah, if you're a baseball fan, hit that subscribe button. If you're a football fan, if you just happen to be a Niners fan, Cardinals fan, or whatever it is, definitely hit that subscribe button, as I'm more of a football guy. I'm not going to lie to you. So if you're a football fan, definitely hit that subscribe button. It's free. I don't really think I should explain myself there, but I will. YouTube wanted me to charge you guys. So I'm like, no, times are tough. So there you go. I made that subscription free. You press that subscribe button. You won't have to pay a dime. You're welcome. It all comes out of my pocket. And again, if you haven't done a good deed today, hit that subscribe button. Support the small little creator that I am. Also, don't hesitate to chat about whatever you'd like in the comment section or the chat, whatever you want to call it. I do respond to all. I do talk to you guys because, well, not much happens between pitches or commercials like what's going on now. So you guys serve as my color commentator, and it's usually pretty fun. All right. Flores is at the plate. And this one's going to be one pitch, one hit, as Flores here gets on in the bottom of the seventh with the leadoff single. So that's going to bring up Jung-Hoo Lee, 0 for 3 on the day, batting .283, OPS of .792. So the Giants fans starting to get a little bit loud here. Their chants, trying to rally their team. Nelson delivers, and that's going to be in there for a called strike. So for 3, again, foul out, ground out, fly out. 5 home runs, 27 RBIs. Pardon me. Here is the 0-1, and Lee fouls this one back. So the count moves to 0-2. Oh and 2 count, runner on first. Bottom of the seventh, nobody out. Diamondbacks lead 8-4, in case you weren't able to see all that. That's going to be high for ball one. Yeah, just in case you can't quite find the score, I got you covered. 1-2 count. Nelson delivers, and Lee sends this to right, and that one is gone. Lee with a 2-run shot, and it is now just a 2-run ball game, as that's his 6th of the year. Just went over the wall too. So just like that, it's now a 2-run ball game here in the bottom of the 7th. Wow, that was, again, high-scoring games. Like yesterday's game, 10-6. This one, 8-6. I mean, it's been a pretty neat. Pretty neat. Again, the Giants. No one really expects much out of them, but they're here. They're still winning. Not right now in this one. Here's the first pitch to Chapman, outside ball one. But they just keep winning. You don't have to have stars. You just need a win. Your goal shouldn't be to buy players. It should be to buy wins. That's the Giants' philosophy. Here's the 1-0 to Chapman. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Chapman 1 for 3 again, batting .216, OPS of .760. Again, Lee with just a 2-run shot to make this an 8-6 ball game. Here's the 1-1, swing and a miss, strike 2. One and 2 count. Nelson sets and delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. It's one down here in the bottom of the 7th. That's going to bring up Willie Adames as they show the replay here of the Jung-Hoo Lee home run, just going over that big right field wall, not the one near the, pole. I guess the one that's a little bit farther out, more right center, to make it an 8-6 game. Adames 0 for 2. Does have a walk, though. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there, called strike, as Adames is looking down, double-checking. He can't believe it, but it looked like it was over the plate here. Looks like it was over the plate there. He might need an eye exam. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Adames batting .222 on the year. OPS of .667. Nelson sets and delivers. And this one is going to be fouled back. 0-2. Who was the better I'm so sorry, Sean. Sean exists to embarrass me because my baseball knowledge only extends to like the 2000s. And that's going to be in the dirt, ball one. But I'll do what I did the other day. Bill Swift or Jim Burkett. Again, if there's Giants fans here, you can feel free to answer. Do appreciate whenever there's like there's 2 Bill Swifts. I'm going to assume it was the 80 guy. See, like the 80s. Not too bad. Peak. Here's the 1-2, and this one's going to be slapped to second. Oh, what a catch! Is that Lawler? Lawler with a nice catch, and now there's 2 away. Giants pitcher looked really good. Only at 2.7 ERA here for Bill Swift. Now, John Burkett. What do we got here? Ooh, here's this first pitch. That's a swing and a miss to Matos. Strike 1. Burkett had 22 wins. If you go off of wins, it'd probably be Burkett. But ERA, it looks like it's going to be Swift. That's just my guess. Again, not a diehard. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be a little tapper out in front of the catcher. Throws to first for out number 3. So after the home run, it's now 8-6. Again, Lee with the 2-run shot to make this a 2-run ball game as we head to the top of the 8th. And thank you, Sean, for coming by. Always giving me a hard time because, again, my baseball knowledge it's not that greatest. Football, NFL, I mean, I don't know if there's really anyone better, to be honest with you. I'm not going to lie. All right, Twins they won game 1 6-3 over the Orioles. The Brewers defeated the Indians. That one's for Sean there. He's an Indians guy. 9-5 over the Indians. That one is final. Phillies, they won game 1 2-1 over the Cardinals. Twins are currently up 8-6 in game 2 of the doubleheader. They are up 8-6 in the top line. So they put up 3 in the 8th, so they were losing earlier. Yankees and Mariners are now tied 2-2 as they head to the bottom of the 7th. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. That's what I do. I call random games. I converse with you in the chat about baseball. You can make me look like a fool. That's perfectly fine with me. I don't mind it at all. Again, I'm always down to better myself and broaden my baseball knowledge, and Sean is here to do that. But yeah, if you like random baseball games, this is what you like, hit that subscribe button. This is my 4th D-backs game and 2nd Giants game. So again, I'm no stranger to these teams. Still kind of learning some of the players, but for the most part, I think I got the D-backs down. Giants still learning. I do mostly Pirates games, but again, if you have a recommendation, let me know. Again, if you're a football fan, if you're a Niners fan, Cardinals fan, or whatever, NFL fan, hit that subscribe button. College football, hit that subscribe button. I will be doing a bunch of football once August hits, so please hit that subscribe button. Again, feel free to chat or comment about whatever you'd like. Talk about the 80s or 90s baseball and make me look like a fool. That's always fun. You could ask about anything. You can talk about the game. You can talk about your FanDuel bet, as most of you guys probably are here for that anyway. Or you're just a fan of these teams. Or you want to talk about the NFL schedule release. It doesn't matter to me. Chat about whatever you'd like to chat. It's always fun to interact with you guys. This first pitch to Gurriel. Tapper to third. Chapman throws to first. Oh, what a play by Chapman. He had to run a good bit, and then on the run just rifles it to first. Playing deep third, charging in there. Just 1 or 2 steps, beats Gurriel by a step. What a play. And that's going to bring up Josh Naylor. He's the slow-working Naylor. He's taking his time when stepping into the box. Here's the first pitch. That's going to be down low, ball 1. Eric Miller is your pitcher for the Giants currently, replacing Bivens. 2.02 ERA, 2-0 on the season. Has yet to allow a home run. Announcer's curse possibly. Average 255. That's going to be in there, a cold strike. 1-1 count as this game has been pretty exciting, not going to lie. D-backs haven't scored, though, in 3 innings. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be low for ball 2. But yes, Sean, I don't know if I actually answered that earlier. Bill Swift. I'm going to go Bill. I'm going Bill. That's just strictly Giants. 2-1 count. Naylor sends this to left. Ramos can't make the catch as it lands in foul territory up against that wall. Trying to feel for it, couldn't quite feel for it until the very end. All right, 2-2 count. He got yelled at by the Giants fans for not making the catch. That's kind of crazy. Again, Naylor loves taking his time. He finds every excuse to not step into the box. It's not me hating, it's just me telling you how it is. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. This one is sent to foul territory. Chapman is able to make the catch, jumping over the catcher for out number 2. So Chapman with a nice play. Chapman looks like Huff couldn't really find it. Chapman's able to save the day. All right, that's going to bring up Suarez. He is 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. Going to have that home run in the third. Batting .212, OPS of .824. Miller sets and delivers. That's going to be in the dirt for ball 1. Suarez, 13 home runs on the year, 31 RBIs. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for strike 1. Honestly, he's done a pretty good job today at, calling balls and strikes. That one, again, you could argue it just caught the strike zone, so. Here's the 1-1. This one's a ground ball to third. Chapman's been busy this inning. Throws to first for out number 3. And a good snag there by VR to ensure that it's an out as we head to the bottom of the 8th. Your score, D-backs 8, Giants 6. I already did all the scores. I'll do it again a little later. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do baseball games. That's pretty much it. That's, same old, same old. If you like what you see, baseball, there you go. Thanks so much for your research. Yeah, okay. You're welcome, Sean. You're welcome, Sean. But again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do baseball games, so if you like baseball, definitely hit that subscribe button. But if you're a football fan, for sure, 100% hit that subscribe button, as I'm really a football guy. But there's obviously nothing to do football-related in the off-season, so I might as well fall back on my second sport, which is baseball, as far as, how much I like it and how much I have knowledge of it, which isn't really that much. But, I know enough. I know enough. When it comes to 80s baseball, though, I get exposed. I get exposed by Sean and my dad whenever he wants to troll. Also, again, don't be a stranger. Feel free to chat or comment, whatever you want to call it. Comment in the chat in the comments, talk about whatever you'd like. It won't bother me at all, as I enjoy interacting with you guys. Met some pretty cool people, not gonna lie. So hopefully I'll see you guys in another video whenever this one's over. As again, the Giants will be batting in the bottom of the 8th. It's not quite ready yet, still on commercial, but Yastrzemski apparently is pinch hitting for Huff. That's going to be followed by VR and Koss. Mini World Soccer Tournament. That's interesting. So if you're in San Francisco, find that. There you go. Support your local youth athletes. As we begin the bottom of the 8th, Yastrzemski at the plate. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a called strike. He's batting .284, .848 OPS, 5 home runs, 17 RBIs. Will you please call a hockey playoff game? I don't know if I can, Sean. I don't know. I don't think I have it in me. Here's the 0-1. That's a swing and a miss, strike 2. I am just not the most diehard when it comes to hockey, and I feel bad. I feel bad rejecting you, but I feel like my first hockey game that I call is gonna have to be the Penguins. So I think I'm gonna have to wait till October, and yeah, I just unfortunately just don't have the knowledge. 0-2. Oh, that's high and away. Strike 3. I don't know if that was on the screen there, but that one was pretty bad. And I just complimented the umpire for doing a really good job today for the most part. But that one was just not good. Oh my goodness. VR's at the plate now. 1 for 1. 2 walks. That one's going to be low. Ball 1. That was a pretty bad strike call. That was pretty bad. I'm not going to lie. Not really pulling for any team, by the way. I'm pretty neutral when it comes to this. Obviously, for the Pirates, I'll be very depressed because we lose. Here's the 1-0. So that one is fouled back. But, man, that just got to call a spade there. It was just a bad call. .267 batting average. On base percentage of .450. No home runs, 1 RBI for David Villar. Just hasn't really played much. Here's the 1-1. This one is going to be slapped foul. 1-2 count. Giants looking to get on here and help them out. Help themselves out here. Top of the order is coming up. Nelson sets and delivers. Called strike 3 as they took away the rectangle there, so I can't really tell. I think it was good. Took away the rectangle on the screen, took it away. Let's see here. Yeah, that's good. It's called strike 3. All right, that's going to bring up costs as the Giants' outs are trickling away here. Down to their last 4 outs. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside ball, and so the rectangle is gone. I wonder what happened to the strike zone. Costs 1 for 3, 246 batting average, 1 home run, 8 RBIs. Nelson sets and delivers. That's going to be popped up, but popped out of play as well. 1-1. Yastrzemski is not happy. They are just showing him, staring us just a hole through the umpire. That's going to be down and away for ball 2. 2-1 count. He is staring at the guy still. Reminds me of Brian Reynolds with that haircut and just the mustache and always being angry, which I like Brian, but when he's in a slump, he's in a slump. That one is going to be ball 3. Brian. Looks like him and Brian might be really good buddies in real life. Who knows? 3-1 count. Nelson to Koss. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside. Ball 4. So he gets the walk, and tying run comes to the plate in the form of Ramos. He's 1 for 3 with 3 RBIs. I think he hit the home run. He hit a home run, right? Yep. Nope. Yep. No, he did not. No, he did not. 1 for 3. He had a double and a sac fly. That's right. Okay. Sac fly and a double. 3 RBIs. Here's the pitch. Checked his swing, but no, he went. Strike 1 and a ball in the dirt. 0-1 count. Nelson sets. Runner on first. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside. Ball 1. And Ramos batting .284 OPS of .831. Apparently in the 7th inning or later this season, he's batting .300. Here's the 1-1. Chopper to third. That's in play. Suarez throws to the first, and Ramos beats it out. And Koss is hurt. He slipped on the bag. Oh my goodness, Koss is injured. I think he got injured rounding second, caught in between. Oh, there's a collision. Koss was rounding second, heading to third. Then he runs into the shortstop. And Koss, I mean, to be honest with you, I understand that it's interference, but at the same time, I don't see how Koss gets hurt from that. He definitely could have. So it's the end of the 8th inning. I'm assuming they're actually going to talk about this. So we're going to hold up here. So Koss collides with the shortstop as he's rounding second. He's claiming interference. But to be fair, Koss stayed on the ground when that was more of a LeBron thing. I'm not even going to lie to you. Koss pulled a LeBron. So we're staying right here as I'll try to give you guys the play-by-play. You just kind of, I just read the lips, so you'll see this on John Boy a little bit later. I'm not sure. That's what he said. Koss rounding second, bumps into the shortstop, and he's like, you can just get up, dude. I'm sorry. I mean, he's right. He was in the base path, but at the same time, he could have gotten up easily and went to second. So they're talking it over still, and I do apologize. I know it can get really boring here as they're all just on the field. I know they're doing commercials there, but no, this is, I'm assuming they're talking about it. No one's warming up from the D-backs. Giants fans are still on the field, or Giants players. Same with the... So it looks like they're going to place the runners here. So don't look at that. That is fake news. And now the D-backs manager's mad. So I believe they're going to place the runners here. We're not in the top of the ninth, despite what everything says here. We're in the bottom of the eighth. They're going to place the runners back on the field because I believe they're going to call interference, though no announcement has been made. So Koss is walking to third, assumingly. I don't think he's walking to the dugout. But the D-backs manager is mad, so I'm assuming they're going to place the runners here. Everyone's coming back on the field. Koss, I do apologize, but a lot of craziness right here. D-backs manager is still mad. I don't know. I mean, I understand it. I mean, I'm sorry. It's it was clearly interference. Again, Koss should have easily gotten up. Definitely pulled a LeBron and flopped. 100%. Could have. He stayed on the ground. I mean, yeah, no, he definitely. And, yep, the D-backs manager's gone. He's pointing at every single person. He's pointed at every umpire and just threw them out. But, yeah, obviously, they're not out because the D-backs manager is out, and they are yelling. It's bad. You're going to see this on John Boy earlier. 100%. Or later. Not earlier. Duh. You'll see this on John Boy either tonight or tomorrow, I'm sure. Remember the words, I'm not sure. Literally, then, of course, you see him throwing everybody out. And, of course, Koss just staying on the ground. Or whatever he does with his little funny stuff. John Boy. I endorse John Boy. All right, so we are back. We're still in the bottom of the eighth. They didn't adjust the screen, it looks like. The Giants are still at the plate with runners on the corners. No, they're actually going to move Koss back to second. Okay, so Koss is not going to be granted third. Now, so the Giants manager and coach are mad. They're saying Koss should be at third because there's interference. So everyone's mad. D-backs are mad, obviously, because they got to come back on the field. The managers are like, well, you called the foul. I don't really know what it would be called in baseball, but interference. So you got to move the guy to third. But no, Koss is staying at second. So they are mad. All right, so I think we're back, maybe. And I do apologize. I'm trying to describe this as best as I can. But everyone's pretty much mad at each other. And, yeah, I guess that's it. A lot of craziness. All right, so I believe Flores is going to be at the plate here. Runners on first and second. 2 outs here in the bottom of the eighth. Craziness right now. D-backs manager was just ejected. First ejection I think I get to see this year, so that's fine. Again, ground ball to third. Really tough throw for Suarez. Again, that was slicing foul, but again, stays in. They throw back to second because Koss ran into the shortstop. Koss staying down on the ground, though Koss, again, He did not. It was not hard contact. He had been watching a lot of the NBA stuff recently, I guess, and saw LeBron, was inspired and stayed on the ground acting like he got shot. Didn't know how to crawl back to second, which was just a few feet away. Tagged out, end of inning, but then the Giants are mad because there's interference. So then they talk about it for about 2 minutes, and then they reverse it. They say, no, there was interference, still in the bottom of the eighth. Then the D-backs manager gets mad. He throws everybody out because they threw him out. So he points at the umpires, says, you're gone. Again, you'll see this all later, I'm sure. But we're back here in the bottom of the eighth. Finally, 2 outs, 2 men on. Can the Giants come through here, or did the ejection of the D-backs manager fire the D-backs up, as that one's going to be inside ball 1. 1-0 count here to Wilmer Flores, 2 for 4 on the day. Batting average of .257, 7 home runs, 33 RBIs. Here's the 1-0, and that's going to be outside ball 2. Again, do not pay attention to all that. It's not the top of the ninth. It is the bottom of the eighth, 2-0 count. 2 men on. Nelson sets, looks at Koss and delivers. Flores pops it up, fighting the sun, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So all that for a pop-up as we head to the top of the ninth after all that craziness. 8-6, D-backs lead. That was pretty weird, not going to lie. Hadn't had that all year. All right, again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do random baseball games, and this is the random baseball game. What a treat it has been. Again, the D-backs scoring 8 runs, all of them through the first 4. Giants have put up 2s in 3 innings, sporadically, I guess, in the second and the fourth and the 7th. But it's a good one. It's a very good game. Dang, yeah, no, the umpires, I don't know. I mean, the umpire should have made the call immediately. You know, that he should have moved to third, interference, whatnot. Yeah, the umpires are just really bad. Yeah, let's go D-backs. Yeah, again, I don't have a dog in the fight. But yeah, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do, again, a bunch of random baseball games. And again, if you're a football fan, definitely hit that subscribe button, as that's more of my thing. I'm a football guy. So, you know, I'll be doing these for football as well, college and NFL. And again, I don't mind covering games that you, again, if you're a Cardinals fan or Niners fan and like, hey, man, I can't watch the game that week, let me know. Hey, I'm a Diamondbacks Giants fan. I can't watch the game. I'll do my best. You know, if I'm not working and my wife's all good, then I will be right here in front of the camera covering a game, at least one that day. And again, don't hesitate to chat. Systems here just already yelling at the umpire, and a lot of people yelling at the umpire just a few seconds ago. You can talk about 80s baseball, which I know very little of. Sean, though, is an expert. So, Sean, if you're still here and anyone asks about 80s, I'm going to point to Sean or Trisk, who is not here at the moment. But again, feel free to talk about whatever you'd like. NFL schedule is coming out tonight. I'm excited for that. So I look forward to seeing who the Steelers play. I know we play the Jets week 1, but I just want to see how the schedule looks when we go 9-8, 10-7. All right, Ryan Walker is pitching for the Giants, 6.43 ERA. So he's been hit on a lot as Smith takes ball 1. Pavin Smith, 2 for 4 on the day, batting .306, OPS of .951. We're now in the top of the ninth. Can finally say that. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be inside ball 2. D-backs started off really great. Again, they've been on 13 hits since, I think, the 6th inning. They've been on 8 runs since the 4th. Here's the 2-0. That's going to be inside ball 3. As the catcher is going to ask for a new ball. 3-0 count here to Smith. Walker, again, not the greatest pitcher. Here's the 3-0. That's going to be inside ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to begin the top of the ninth. to Pavin Smith, and that's going to bring up Perdomo. He's batting .293, OPS of .850. Every D-back has gotten on except for the pinch hitter Lawler. Everyone has a hit except for Herrera. He walked twice. Lawler came in for Marte, which I'm still confused on why, as that one almost hits Perdomo for ball one. And we have a mound visit by the players. They're going to talk to Walker and be like, hey, man, look, we fought back. It's 8-6. We know you walked this guy, but you're not going to walk this guy, okay? You're gonna pitch into the zone. Remember your training, young Skywalker. And that's, I'm assuming, I'm just kind of paraphrasing. I'm pretty sure that's about what they said. But, like, don't blow it, pretty much. We literally fought back to get ourselves in this game. They were down. The Giants, again, they were down 8-2. D-backs were up 8-2 in the top of the fourth. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. Shows bunt. That one is a called strike. And that one should not have been called a strike. 1-1 count here to Perdomo, batting .293. 5 home runs, 31 RBIs. And we got a man of the rundown. Oh, and he's going to be tagged out. Smith hopping. I don't know if he got a cramp. I don't know if he took off and caught a cramp or something, but pulled something. But that was kind of not the greatest decision by the D-backs here. So, yeah, he took off. He had a good jump, but unfortunately Walker didn't deliver. All right, so 1 out here for the D-backs. Smith handing the Giants outs here. 1-1 count. That's going to be outside for ball 2. Two and 1 count. Walker sets and delivers. That's going to be a ground ball to short. Throws on to first for out number 2. So 2 away here on the top of the ninth. That's going to bring up Thomas. I do want to mention that every pitch that Walker has thrown has not been in the strike zone. I understand he got the called strike earlier. It was not a strike. That pitch there, the ground ball, low. So I have yet to see this guy throw it in the strike zone. But he's got 2 outs. So it looks good on paper. Thomas is 1 for 3. And that one is going to be low for ball 1. Thomas 1 for 3. Did have a sacrifice bunt earlier. He's batting .287, on base of .708. No home runs on the year, but 14 RBIs. There's a pitch in the strike zone, as that's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1-1 count. Walker sets and delivers. That's way outside for ball 2. Shelby Miller will be who the Giants face in the bottom of the ninth. Shelby's been off to a really, really good start this year. It's 2-1. Inside, ball 3. Almost hit him. 3-1 count. Walker sets and delivers. That's going to be outside for ball 4. So he walks Thomas, and that's going to bring up Herrera. He's 0 for 2 with 2 walks today, batting .196, OPS of .628. Walker sets and delivers. That's outside for ball 1. Walker, just want to say here, if I show you, 15 pitches, only 4 strikes. And I think that this next pitch is going to be included with that. So that's going to be in there for a called strike, 1-1. Just, again, 2 of those were definitely not. They were out of the zone. 1-1 count. Pickoff attempt, but nothing doing. As we hear some boos. So I'm assuming those are D-back fans. It would be really weird if the Giants fans were booing the own pitcher. That would be a little odd. 1-1 count. That's going to be inside for ball 2. Walker has definitely struggled trying to find this strike zone. I just heard someone say, just don't swing. 2-1 count. That's going to be outside strike 2 because he swung. The fan knows what he's talking about. It's like literally don't swing. 2-2 count. Walker. This is crazy. He's barely thrown any strikes. 2-2. This one's hit hard to right, but it's right at him. Adam, as in, I think that's Yastrzemski for out number 3. So we head to the bottom of the 9th. Your score, D-backs 8, Giants 6. And for my final, it's most likely my final, of course, could go to extras. The Twins take both of the double headers 8-6, 6-3 over the Orioles. The Brewers defeat the Cleveland Indians. Yes, I said Indians, 9-5. The Phillies won game 1 of their doubleheader 2-1, and they are currently up 3-1 in their second in the bottom of the first. The Yankees, they are up 3-2 over the Mariners in the top of the 9th. So the Mariners, who had been leading pretty much the whole game 2-0, give way to the Yankees late in this one. The Red Sox, they are tied, as that one is just now underway, 0-0 against the Tigers in the top of the first. And barring anything crazy, Rays, Blue Jays, White Sox, Rays, Nationals, Braves, they are all starting within the hour. I don't think, though, I was saying with Pirates and Mets. Now that one is delayed. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. This is what I do. I call random games. So if you're a baseball fan, this is the channel for you. Also, if you're a football fan, definitely consider subscribing, as I'm more of a football fan for sure. I'll be doing the same thing, college and NFL, later down the road. I do a little bit of UFL, but it's really hard to do those at the moment, as I've been pretty much working every single UFL day. And again, don't be a stranger. If you like to chat in the comments, comment in the chat, talk about whatever you'd like. That's great with me. I'll respond. Again, that chat's not exactly be the fastest moving thing in the world, because I am a small-time guy. And if you have yet to do your good deed for the day, then definitely hit that subscribe button. Helps the small-time guy out. Shelby Miller is going to be on here to close things down to the 9th. 1.02 ERA. He's had 4 save opportunities, has saved 2 of them. His 3-0 record. So despite the ERA, he's not perfect in save opportunities. Oh, by the way, hey, my subscriptions are free, so if you are feeling it in these tough times, don't worry, I got you covered. Subscribe. It is free, I promise. Here's the first pitch to Lee, and that's going to be upstairs for strike 1, as Giants fans don't like that one. So this umpire started off the game pretty solid, calling balls and strikes. Lately, though, not that great at all. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be outside. Ball 1. Lee is 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs. He had that home run in the 7th inning. He's batting .287 again. OPS of .816. Here's the 1-1. Lee sends this down the left field line. That's going to curl foul, as they show this replay of Lee hitting that 2-run shot in right center field to make this a very doable chance here for the Giants. 1-2 count. Miller sets and delivers. This one is fouled back. 1-2 count here to Lee. Jung-Hoo Lee. Yeah, you look at this Giants lineup, not really that impressive, but they just get wins. That's all that matters. Here is the 1-2. Checked his swing and a ball in the dirt, so the count moves to 2-2. Chapman is on deck. 2-2 count. Miller sets and delivers. This one sent to left, but I think it's right at him. It is for out number 1. So that kind of Hurts the Giants' chances here, as that's going to bring up Matt Chapman. He's 1 for 4, batting .214, OPS of .755. I know he's on Justin's fantasy team. I don't know if he's still here. 8 home runs and 24 RBIs on the year. Here's Chapman. That's going to be a swing and a miss on the ball high. Strike 1. 0-1 count. Miller sets. And delivers. Chapman fouls this one back. Strike 2. Very quickly. This looked pretty good. In the bottom of the 8th, Giants looked like they could have done it here, but already 0-2 with 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. Miller sets. And here's the pitch, and this one's hit. Oh, it gets past Perdomo at short. A diving attempt went off his glove. Chapman gets a 1-out single here in the bottom of the 9th. So the Giants will bring the tying run to the plate in the form of Willy Adames, who is 0 for 3, but he does have a walk. Again, just off Perdomo's outstretched glove. It just hit his glove into left. So that's going to bring up again Adames 0 for 3, batting .221, OPS of .663. He has 5 home runs, 21 RBIs. He did walk in the second. They're doing the finger guns in the dugout. Here's the pitch. And this one is popped up, but that one is foul. 0-1 count here to Adames. Runner on first, 1 out. 0-1 count. Matos is due up. Miller sets and delivers. Swing and a miss. A big swing and a miss. Strike 2. He was going for the fences there. He's trying to bring in the whole clubhouse, I think. 0-2 count. Miller sets. Runner on first. And delivers. That's going to be chopped foul. Who do I want to win? Honestly, I don't really have a dog in this fight because, the Pirates are not threatening for any wild card spots. I don't know. I mean, I like both of these teams. I have no problem. Anyone but the Dodgers, I think, in the NL West. 0-2 count. Miller delivers. Adames sends this to center. And it's going to be a ground rule double as Thomas couldn't quite track it down. Just outstretched by a few inches. Thomas was booking it to where it landed. Just beat him by half a step. Adames gave this a good ride. Thomas, pretty good jump. Again, just landed the warning track, hops over that wall in center. So just like that, again, runners in scoring position with 1 out. And Matos will not grab a bat. They're going to bring up Bailey. Bailey is 170. He's batting 179, OPS of 471. Here's the first pitch. That's in the dirt for ball 1. Again, Miller, one of the best in the business, or at least currently this year. I shouldn't say forever because, he's been kind of But this year, again, a flat ERA. Already has 2 runners on with 1 out. Bailey, no home runs, 12 RBIs. Go Giants. All right, there we go, Sean. That's going to be outside. Ball 2. Looking good for the Giants now. Looked pretty sad earlier with 1 away, down 0-2. But Chapman was able to get on. Then Adames, of course, with the ground rule double. As Miller sets, 2-0 count. Runners on second and third. 1 man out in the bottom of the 9th, down 2, 8-6. Here's the 2-0. And that one's going to be sliced foul. 2-1 count. I do have some subscribers that are Diamondbacks fans, so I can't flat out just root for the Giants here. Though they are, I would say, the underdog. And again, Giants are a classy organization. 2-1 count. That's going to be outside ball 3. So Bailey doing a good job so far working this count. Trying to get on. That's going to bring up Yastrzemski. Or I should say he's on deck. Again, you saw Yastrzemski lose it on a terrible strike 3 call. Looked like Brian Reynolds of the Pirates there just wanted to kill the umpire. 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. You see the Giants collective just, and they're like putting their heads and hands back. The count is full. 3-2. Bailey sets and delivers. That's going to be outside. Ball 4. He walked him. Who's your favorite Giant? Freddie Sanchez. Freddie Sanchez. I know that's kind of odd, but yes, it is Freddie Sanchez. So that is outside ball 4. Bases loaded with 1 out, and in steps in Yastrzemski, who, again, was absolutely losing it on the umpire earlier whenever they called again, it was a pretty bad call, strike 3. As we have a mound visit here. 8-6 is your score. I can't believe it. It really didn't look like the Giants were going to do anything again. 1 out quickly, and then Chapman down 0-2, but he gets on. Ball goes off Perdomo's glove at short, and then a ground rule double by Adames. Bailey pinch hits for Matos, which is questionable, but it's the righty-lefty matchup, and Bailey is able to draw the walk. And again, that leads us to here. Yastrzemski, solid hitter, 281. OPS of 841. But again, the Yastrzemski yelled at this guy, the umpire, pretty bad earlier. So I don't know if there'll be any revenge. 5 home runs, 17 RBIs. And what's been a pretty great game so far. Mike Yaz. They are happy. Here's the first pitch. That's going to be a called strike. 0-1 count. A reminder, hit that subscribe button. It's free, I promise. You will not pay a dime. 0-1 count. Miller sets and delivers. Checked his swing in the dirt, and he did not go. 1-1 count. Mike Yastrzemski looking very calm and collected. Much more calm than he was earlier. Again, he got screwed on that. He really did. It was bad. 1-1 count. Miller delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Again, the collective groans. These Giants fans are very into it. I do respect that. They're all like, oh. 1-2 count. Bases loaded. 1 man out. Giants down 2 here in the bottom of the 9th. Yastrzemski uses his first and last timeout. Steps into the box. Miller sets and delivers outside ball 2. Two and 2 count. Miller sets, bases loaded again, 2-2 count. And delivers. Big swing and a miss. He struck him out. So now there's 2 away in the bottom of the 9th. And that's going to, so VR is going to make way for Lamonte Wade, batting 157, 504. Ideally, this is a good matchup for the Giants, lefty-righty, but VR has been pretty good at the plate today. Again, 1 for 2 with 2 walks, and played really great defensively, saving probably, 3 runs today. As we're going to have a quick trip to the mound. Herrera's going to visit Miller here. Again, bases loaded. Wade stinks. Well, yeah, I would say it's kind of a questionable. I guess you guys can't see that, huh? My bad. Well, you can see it on the left, but yeah, Wade here. He's now the guy you guys have to have faith in if you're a Giants fan. Again, I do thank everyone for tuning in and letting me call this game for you. It's been fun. This has been a great one. Miller sets. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. That's down low. Ball 1. 1-0 count. Bases loaded. Bottom of the ninth. Diamondbacks 8. Giants 6. If you didn't know that, well, it's right there and there. I don't know what to tell you. I never want to see what's the score in the chat. Never in my life. Here's the 1-0. That's in the dirt. Ball 2. Wade, so far, so good. Koss is on deck. Will we see Koss is the question. Ken Miller with a ERA of a 1. But here he is. He's in trouble. Systems, I appreciate the emoji. That's going to be called strike there. 2-1 count. Chapman on third. Adames at second. Bailey at first. Wade at the plate. Miller delivers. Checked his swing, but that's a called strike on the upper part of the zone. So the Giants down to their last strike. 2-2 count. Miller sets and delivers outside. Ball 3. Oh man, 3-2 count. Giants fans standing. They like the effort from Wade here. No pressure, Wade. Just everyone cheering for you. Game on the line. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 3-2 count. Here's the pitch. And it's fouled off. Oh, man, I love this. It's been a good game. Diamondbacks with 8 runs, 13 hits, but no hits since the 6th inning. The Giants here just hanging in there. Again, they were down 8-2. Then they just slowly came back, slowly but surely. 3-2 count to Wade. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. Miller walks in a run. As the Giants faithful love what they see, and that's going to bring up Koss, who is 1 for 3 and a walk. Giants with 7 runs on 11 hits. What a game this has been. Grand slam. I don't know, Systems. I don't know. That would be something. Again, the Giants still down to their last out. Still need 1 to push this into another inning. That's going to be a called strike to Koss. 0-1 count. Bases loaded. Well, it's been a pretty great game for offense. If you love pitching, well, sorry. This was the wrong one. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be taken for a called strike. 0-2 count. He's asking where that was. It was pretty good. Right, wouldn't say right down the middle, but right next to it. If you do like pitching, I'd invite you to watch the Pirates. Anyone that plays against the Pirates, your pitcher is probably going to be pretty good. 0-2 count. Bases loaded. Bottom of the ninth. Here's the pitch. Outside. Ball 1. 1-2 count to Koss. And everyone, every player from both teams is just watching this. This is, again, intense game. What a game. Fans on their feet. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be low for ball 2. I can't believe it. Wade got an RBI. Yep. Hey, didn't even have to swing. 2-2 count. Miller sets. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Fly ball. It's a blooper, and it's going to be caught by Thomas for out number 3. That is the ball game, as the Diamondbacks hold on to win 8-7 after they were up 8-2 on the top of the 4th. What a game. Oh, my goodness. That was fantastic. What a game that was. So I'm going to do one last little commercial here, then I'll you guys get rid of me. But again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. That was a fun one. If you like baseball, this is the channel for you. Hit that subscribe button. Again, if you like football, definitely hit that subscribe button. We're doing a bunch of football once, obviously, it's August. But, I try to do UFL. UFL is really hard to do sometimes, the work. But, yeah, if you like college football, NFL, hit that subscribe button. If you like this type of stuff, hit that subscribe button. And I will, I guess, see you guys next time. I do appreciate everyone for stopping by. Thank you for letting me be your entertainment for the day. Again, it's free if you're worried about price and all that. I went ahead and made it free for you, so hit that subscribe button. Again, I will do more Diamondbacks Giants games in the future because, this is already my 4th Diamondbacks and 2nd Giants game. So thank you, Sean. You have a good night, sir. I will see you guys later. I don't know. Hopefully I do. Y'all have a good one. Sorry, Giants fans, but hey, you guys are having a pretty good season for, expectations. So you could be a Pirates fan. But y'all have a good one. Peace. Y'all take care. Subscribe too.